Yo, what's going on, family? We back with another boxing conversation. Hold on, I gotta send this link out. Let everybody know we on here live. Said fish fry. Come on now. Yeah, we back on here. My bad, y'all. I was over here trying to get this shit situated. But yeah, but Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr. It's looking like it's gonna be a classic. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's definitely looking like. A classic in the making. And I can't be mad. Nobody can really be mad at this fight, dog. It's a good fucking fight. Spence Camp showing nervous energy. Stop it. Stop it. I ain't seen no nervous energy from nobody besides a little bit of Bud Crawford. I've seen a little nervous energy from Bud Crawford. It's all good though. Everybody get a little nervous. Sometimes your palms get sweaty. We seen Bud Crawford. They said that man was sweating. He had his he was rubbing on his jeans. How you rubbing on your jeans? Let me find out you was nervous, nigga. Let me find out he was nervous almost that time. Shout out to my dude Isaiah Felix, man. I haven't heard from you in a little minute, man. I thought you were blocked on social media or something. Had a lot of shit going on in this boxing world right now. Yeah, a lot of shit going on in this boxing world. Let me look at this shit situation. Yeah, yeah, we back in the building. Art man, the great. Hold on, and you see, hold on. I gotta show family. I gotta show family what we rocking with. Yeah, yes sir. Undisputed. Look at that. Undisputed, man. I know y'all feel that energy, cause I definitely feel that energy, man. Definitely feel that energy, man. But he did held his own in the press conference. He's telling everybody, yeah, when I get him out of water, I'm do this and I'm gonna do that, nigga. Come on, let's get with it. I'm thinking the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, man, can these dudes just go in the parking lot, throw some hands real quick? That's how excited I am for this fucking fight. I'm like, yo, they talking that shit, and I love it. Errol Spence is showing me something that I knew he had in him. Aaron Spence been holding back on what he really want to say about Bud because he knows if he would have said it before, that would have scared Bud away. Now he got Bud locked in the contract, and the fight is for sure happening. So it's like, man, come on now. That's why he jumped out of the press conference and started talking about like, man, hold on, man. Let's keep it 100, man. You fought the fucking Sean Porter out his way out the door, and you fought a broken Kell Brook. Don't try to sit here and make it seem like you was just out here fighting these killers. He said top ranked matchmaking is good, nigga. Let's be real. It is good. Let's go. He said we gonna roll him up and smoke him. We gonna roll him up and smoke him. Say YouTube don't be sending notification. It's my guy. It's Rod. Change his name. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to my dude Rod, man. Yeah, I noticed that. That's why I be sending my own like notification, let everybody know I'm live, which I'm about to do right now. Yeah, everybody purchase the shirt on artmanapparel.com. Undisputed. We going up, man. We definitely going up. Let me share this link out. But yeah, this fight, it really determines who's the best fighter in boxing right now. It really does. It really determines who's the best in boxing right now. Um, and I love how the announcer he brought it up. He's like, "Yo, we have the two best fighters in the world. This ain't no bullshit. No, oh these guys unproven. Nah, these some proven guys, man. Two solid champions. Two solid champions going at it." Let me send this link out. We're gonna talk about it. Errol Spence, he was confident though. I love the energy from both of them. That shit got me hyped. At first, it was kind of boring because it was taking forever to show the goddamn press conference. I'm like, man, what's taking this shit so damn long? Like, what's taking so long? Hey, a lot of people send me messages talking about some, hey, Artman, is that you up there? Because they noticed that Errol Spence was rocking the fro with the frames like me or whatever. And people are looking like, what the fuck? This nigga Artman, he out there for real, for real. Said, nah, that's not me. I'm at the crib rolling up. I'm out here slanging these shirts. That's what I'm doing. Yep. It's going to be a great fight, though. Yeah. Yeah, this picture right here. Somebody's like, is that you, Art Man? Said, Art Man, you gonna go to the fight? Hell no, man. Hell no, that shit sold the fuck out. But I'm thinking about, I don't know though, because I don't really fuck with Vegas. Maybe if it was in California, I'd just fly out just to be out there. I don't really like Vegas. Last time I went, I had a bad experience out there. So all EJ needed was the pick in his hair. Nah, real shit. Said I see. Nah, but look, this fight is gonna be packed. I don't care what nobody said. This fight's gonna do numbers. Will it do a million buys? Is the question. Said Las Vegas is a trip. Yeah, I went there, man. I went at the, first of all, I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I don't really like the weed in Las Vegas. It's all right. Shit, it does about 450K, 500K. I mean, it should do something. Uh, but I already know it's gonna sell out in attendance. Well, I mean, it already did sell out, but I already know it's gonna be a super packed house, man. People gonna be there. They mean they're turning up for Spence. I'm glad they stood up face to face with no bullshit, fake ass beef for some real shit. So they was able to do face to face. I see that. Did y'all see the size difference? Oh yeah, man. I don't know if Earl Spence is just wearing certain shoes that make him taller, but he's definitely taller and he is wider. Pause. He definitely is taller and wider, and you can tell he has more mass on him, man. And I feel like people gonna see. Bud ain't talking. I mean, Errol Spence ain't just talking, man. He's gonna break that dude down. And I like Bud. I like Bud. But he gonna break that man down. And he gonna get him out of there. What he say? We in Vegas. It's legal here. We gonna roll him up. We gonna roll him up and smoke him. Yeah, Bud, corny ass. We don't smoke over here. We don't smoke. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Don't do that. Nah, I fuck with Bud. I fuck with Bud. But Bo Mac, his ass, I ain't like Bo Mac little speech. That nigga got on the fucking mic. From the deep down, bottom of my heart, I think that Bud, he got that dog in him. Fat ass nigga out there. Breathing all fucking hard. Man, man. Bud, from the deep down of my bottom of my heart, Bud, go win this fight. She got the year 2000 snacks. With, with the glitter all on them. That nigga in there sweating. Hey, I gotta chill. I gotta chill. Cause I'm over here looking like, bro, it is dead silent in there. We hearing everything that they said. Bo Mac is on the fucking mic just from the deep down to my side of my heart. Bud gonna win this fight because he just not no quitter no. I said, wasn't me or EJ looked big against Bud. You can see Bud was obviously a smart fighter. Yeah, that is the first thing I noticed when they were standing right face to face. I said, oh shit. I said, oh shit. He's definitely smaller. I said, op t-shirt. Art man, my guy Rob from the UK. Shout out to my dude Rob from the UK, man. All the way out watching the great battle of two American gladiators, man. You gotta keep it 1,000. This is the best versus the best. This ain't no Ryan Garcia versus Javante Davis, Canelo versus Yurdrum. Nah, this is two proven champions going at it. Said Bo Mac immediately started sweating when they brought up the fish and crawfish. Talk about crawfish. That sounds good, man. Yeah, we smoking on that bud pack early, man. This is gonna be a good fight. Bud went out there with that goddamn Ernie Shaver's ass hairline. God damn, this nigga Bud, he funny as hell, dude. He a funny dude, man. I just seen that post, Rob. That shit's funny as hell. But yeah, man, Bud, he can talk a good game. But you see with this though, I ain't gonna lie. From just the pure eye test of watching this, it looked like Bud. Not saying that he's scared or anything like that, but he did have the jitters a little bit when it comes to just being like on the big stage like this. Because this is like what his first major big fight for real, where you actually pick an opponent. His opponent, has a good chance of beating him. So I seen him rubbing on his jeans. You know what I'm saying? Palms sweaty, nigga. Errol Spence looking like, man, July 29th can't come any faster. Couldn't come any fucking faster. But he did have some solid points in there. That got debunked quick. Errol Spence is funny as hell, dude. My favorite part is when he told him, he said, Brooke was broke before Errol Spence fought him. And he's like, nigga, me and Brooke got the same surgery, nigga. So what you trying to say? I'm broke before I fought you, nigga. What you saying? What are you saying, nigga?
Fight is definitely an old school fight. It's the fights that my dad used to talk to me about. Fight. The best Westway in the world is gonna prove who the best fighter in the world is. My mentality. It's to win. It's to go all out, give it everything. His mentality is the same thing. So I want everybody to tune in July 29th. Come to the fight. Cause we're gonna have a crawfish boil.
We gonna have a motherfucking crawfish boil,
so everybody
nigga.
make sure that there, man. It's gonna be enough for everybody. I promise you that.
Shout out to my dude Bloods Boxing. What's going on, brother?
What the dude, G, is getting real spicy up there.
I know, nigga. Me and my girl was just watching the press conference. At first, she was like, damn, this shit kind of boring. And then when Errol Spence started popping off, telling how he really feel, then motherfuckers start tuning in. We start tuning in, looking like, oh shit, it's getting real. Errol Spence told that man, nigga, me and Brooke had the same surgery. What you trying to say? I'm broke, nigga? What you trying to say?
Hey, yeah. Is something wrong with my mic?
No, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm just saying it's getting real spicy up in that joint. You feel me? At first, it was a little boring, and I told you I wanted a little WWE, not nothing extra because we ain't got to sell it on no level. But at the same time, just to create more buzz, I want them brothers to make as much bread as they can because they is the best. You know what I mean? Like all that shit that Ryan and Tank was able to generate, even though Tank is a mug, but I'm just saying, just that fan for that shit talking, just do it a little justice. But I was happy with what we got because that's kind of what I expected. You know what I mean? So. I'm good, shit. But even though I'm gonna keep it real, it took this to make me fully realize it's actually going down next month. Even though we hype about it, but this was like, okay, we here.
That's how I feel too, nigga. I even have shirts made, designs, and all that shit. But now today it feels real.
Yeah.
What I mean? And then what do you think about the size difference? I noticed I know you noticed that.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the shoes because them brothers be them designer shoes and niggas be having them big ass soles. So I didn't know if it was that or if that's just what it is. But Earl is clearly the bigger man. I mean, we already knew that going into, but when I kind of sized it up, I like, damn boy, and Earl ain't got no short arms neither. It's gonna be a lot for Terrence to deal with in them later rounds.
It wasn't even just a height thing though. It was more of like you could tell he's bigger physically compared to Bud.
Shit, you see, Earl said his natural weight class is 168 and some old wild shit, so that ain't surprising to me.
I think Bud, his best bet is to try to outbox him because if he goes in there trying to make it a dogfight, he's gonna get stopped.
And you know what, Bud reminds me of a person like he like one of them people who go tit for tat. He one of them tit for tat people, like, and that mentality, even in arguing, might translate to the ring. He better let his emotions not get the best of him in that fight. Like where he just feel like he gotta go crazy out there, you know. And pretty much Crawford keep a controlled attack, but I've seen him get reckless when he trying to go for the kill and get excited at certain moments. He'll get defensively irresponsible, but he cannot do that against somebody like Earl, bro. You know,
Man, I think Errol Spence, I feel like he's focused, and he said something that made me realize, like, yeah, he really got his head focused on this game. He said that, man, he doesn't want to lose focus against a guy like Bud, because if he does, he can get countered and get hurt. So his best bet is to go on there on straight dog mode, straight understanding where you at, understand the time that you're in, understand that what's going on and what's the outcome. I mean, what can be the outcome. And I feel like if he goes in there on straight dog mentality, it shouldn't be a hard fight. I don't even think it's going to be a hard fight if Errol Spence really goes in there and applies the pressure, educated pressure. Because
like he's known to do. Like it's not outside of asking Earl to do something he don't normally do either. What you saying?
this could fuck around to be another Errol Spence versus Eucus, Errol Spence versus Danny Garcia type of fight, dude.
And even worse, because I think those guys, and I ain't saying this, like, I think Crawford might be chinnier than those guys. Like, I don't even think he survived that type of onslaught. Like Danny got a chin, you know what I mean? Because he was giving Danny work all night. I was at that fight. Danny got a chin, and
Errol Spence was a good shot in that fight.
Yes, he did.
The right hand over the top, he was like, ah. Errol Spence was like, spit that shit out. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, I thought Errol Spence was probably too damaged from that car accident, so I thought that shit was gonna crumble him.
Yeah. And that's why I was glad he went straight into a Danny Garcia fight to prove it against an elite fighter, because they can't wait to detract you and say you fucked up. And I want to touch on my Charlo trip, but we'll get to that in a minute. This
nigga Errol Spence, I know Errol Spence is a special fighter. He went from that car accident to fighting Danny Garcia and looked better than Canelo, active fighting John Ryder.
Facts. And for real, like I say, side note, before I go on my Charlo amp, I ain't gonna get it cracking too early, but they just writing Charlo off because his inactivity, like he not somebody who can give Canelo all the problems in the world.
That is a factor, but that could play into Charlo's game, because if people doubting you, thinking that you soft because you've been going through some shit, nigga, that could put you in a situation where you can wash this nigga Canelo without him even knowing that you about to wash him.
And I've told you for years, bro, I've been standing on, I think Jamal Charlo is the best at 160. I've been standing on before we even knew each other.
No, I would have took my chances against David Benavidez, if anything, because
I promise you.
What if the Charlo that fought Derevchenko showed up? The Charlo who fought, Benavidez who fought Plant, nigga, Canelo could get off on him if he really fucking work on it.
For real.
Like,
and because Benavidez is defensively flawed sometimes. I've only seen Charlo hit in the Montiel fight for real. And that was just, I feel like he took Montiel lightly and played him like, this is my hometown, just gonna run through him, and Montiel wasn't for that. But man, that boy got a mean jab. He is bigger than what people think. Like his IQ in the ring, his counter punching, he is a savage at heart, bro. That is a hard fight for Canelo, and he is more defensively sound than Benavidez.
They riding him off because of that fight against the last dude, Montiel.
And I could dig it. I could dig everybody having their reserves, but just to act like Maul don't deserve it and this inactivity, I've seen, like, of course they're gonna say he's not them, but I've seen Vitaly Klitschko come off a long layoff and beat a Sam Peters. I've seen Juan Mil Marquez come back and fight Manny for that third fight, even though he didn't win. Good scrap. You know what I mean? I've seen Sugar Ray. People come back. Like, you could come back and win a fight, bro. He's just, and Canelo ain't looking that sharp to where he needs to just be super scared of Canelo. But just besides the point, I'm just saying all that to say back to the inactivity thing. Like, I think if them brothers stay in the gym and stay active and they really are fully healed, then it don't affect as much. But I think sometimes, like you say, them life bars be taken out when you have those life changing injuries, and you do kind of factor that in, like with Earl and Danny, like with that big car accident. You don't know what Cuz was gonna come back looking like, but shit, he is who we thought he was.
Bud should have caught him right then and there because he was looking a little rusty in that Danny Garcia fight, but he
He
still
was.
off.
Yeah. And you see how Bud went past the questions of Bud, a stubborn dude, dog. Like that dude funny to the motherfucker.
Yeah,
I told you,
like,
he remind me of my partner.
Let's talk about how the fight's here, nah, nigga.
Let's talk about what he asked, motherfucker.
Because we all fucking know the reason why the fight's not here. Wasn't there before. It was because of Bud.
And even Porter was like, he's a stubborn dude. It is what it is. And then there was another question they asked that Bud. Oh, no, when they start talking about resume, how he cut Spence off, you don't want to talk about that. You know what I mean? Because you know the truth. You know the truth of your resume. You got asterisk by these names. You got on, you know what I mean, the Sean Porters. Yeah, that was it.
Bud got a cut on his arm. Scab, what the fuck?
Nigga be real. Don't he do jujitsu or wrestling or something?
Yeah, oh my God, look at that. Look at that hairline, boy.
That boy looking like a throwback fighter for real. Who posted it? Ernie Shavers. Straight up.
Dude, Gritty, he posted that Ernie Shavers. That shit's funny as fuck.
No, I swear, bro. I'm amped about the shit now, but I still got the same result. And even in the beginning of the press conference, Bud just seemed like these are big lights. Like he's steady rubbing his hands on his jeans, like his hands were sweaty. Like once the press conference got going, I feel like he got into his groove. But in the beginning, I'm seeing him wiping his hands on his pants. I'm like, ooh, that's that nervous energy, boy.
But I said too. That's what I said too. And I said, you know what it is? I don't think he's necessarily scared, but I know he's looking like, man, these are really the bright lights and shit. But it's crazy that it took you this long to get under the bright lights for real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like and that's what Earl said. Top Rank got the best matchmakers in history. He sure called it, but if you are Bud and you've accomplished what he accomplished, you before this fight, you could say I'm a Hall of Fame fighter, but Bud, no, this is a make or break fight. Everything you did up until this point means nothing. I don't say mean nothing. In history it goes down, but in most eyes, this is your fight. Don't know other fight matter, not no Jeff Horn, not no Indongo, not no nothing. This is everything, bro. I think more at stake for legacy on Crawford's end than it is Spence for real. But shit, both of them better win that motherfucker in their eyes. That was some good shit though. The shit talking was a little whatever, but I'm just happy for the fight.
What I liked is notice the difference in the speech from the coaches. Derek James really was talking and analyzing the fight. Bo Mack was on some like, he just gonna do what he just know how to do,
Man, Bo Mack need to train himself, goddamn. He fuck training other people. This nigga need to train himself.
Bad as fuck right now, dude.
That's crazy. Like, I mean, it must be something. I don't want to be insensitive, but I got big people in my family, whatever. But it's crazy that you could be up in the gym every day. Like they fat that don't go to the gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. You could be in the gym around training world-class athletes every fucking day. And you know what I mean? Say fuck it. When they get done, you go home. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But like you say, it was more shit talking. Even on Turner's end, it was more shit talking than direct. But I guess nobody want to give up their game plan. But at the same time, it was more boxing talk from the Derek James side. Yeah. Ain't no word on the undercard yet.
Nigga, Pitbull Cruz, nigga. Nobody give a fuck about that shit. Nigga, they should put Boots Ennis and motherfucking Frank Martin on the undercard. Shit don't make no sense, but it is what it is. It's that PBC maximized profit plan. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I get it, bro. And we on our FBA trip, I dig it. But at the same time, they know they know having the Mexican fan base there is a help. You know what I mean? Like
It's a
We
guaranteed
we
knockout
we
too.
so divided, and we so divided, our own so divided that getting us all on one accord. You need, I don't say you need, but if you maximizing dollars, why not put some, Isaac Cruz on the undercard, especially if you can't afford to pay. Because I'm pretty sure a motherfucker like Boots won a bag. Now Frank Martin should have been on there for sure, but I didn't expect Boots to be on there. He really damn near a headline fighter now.
Well, Boots, not after last time after stinking up the place.
Oh my God, he beat the man
I
unanimously. Jesus Christ.
fuck with Boots.
Tough crowd, man.
I
Tough
fuck with,
crowd, bro.
I fuck with Boots, but let's be real. If that was a comedy show, he would have got booed, nigga.
Oh no, but the dude was running. I think he was headhunting a lot. I think Boots was headhunting a lot. He still want to clear,
I ain't
clear
know.
victory, but
I know
damn.
if Boots was just chasing that nigga and he couldn't catch him. But Boots literally was like throwing like crazy ass fucking haymakers and
Yeah,
I'm like, yo, what are you
yeah.
doing, man?
He
You
was
wouldn't
looking
fight
real wild
any of
and
you.
reckless.
I was like, yo, like, but put Villa in there, he gonna stop Villa ass. He gonna beat Villa bad.
Oh yeah, because Villa
He
gonna
gonna
be
make
right there for that smoke.
we gonna forget about that Karen fight. That shit gonna be a thing of the past.
Quincy, I think Charlo got the heart after all through. Damn right, he got the heart after all the adversity with his ex. Man, I feel the same way, brother. I feel like that man coming for blood and fuck a tune up. You been deserving of the shot for 2 years. You feel me? Like you the reason they created the franchise bill. Fuck coming back to a tune up, and then who do you fuck you tune up against to fight Canelo? Because Andre, a whole different style of fighter. Like you go in and hurt Canelo, bro. Especially at this point where I feel like Canelo declining. I don't know, man. I think he prime pickings for Charlo, man. I hope he get that fight, bro. I'll be
That
happy.
shit's weird though. You really think this nigga Canelo gonna fight Badu Jack if he can't fight this nigga Charlo Benavidez and Bivol?
Man, we know what them Saudis is up to over there. We can't even really, we don't know what the bag is like, bro. I
That
can't judge. I'll be happy for Badu Jack getting the bag.
now it
Because
really sound like the skills guys or what's his name? They're associated with that man.
dude,
Because it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just throwing money out there. If niggas turning down 50 million to fight, you have to fight a cruiserweight for how much?
I can't see them paying. I mean, I don't know what type. Well, I had to count people's pockets in real life, so I ain't gonna do it here. But it seemed like them boys got a hell of a bag on them.
They'll fuck around and have Wilder versus Joshua and motherfucking Canelo versus Badu Jack on the undercard.
If Canelo do that, then you just selling out, bro. Like you need to become an undercard just to get a bag. Like that's crazy. Canelo supposed to be the face of boxing. He better not co-main nothing. He supposed to be. Shit, but like I say, I hope Al put that play together and get a brother that shot. What he say? Get a brother a shot. He don't fight no real man. He fight them setups. You hear me? Like Mr. Tito Rocky. Goddamn me. Let's get a black fight in there, man. A prime win and see if Charlo could do that, bro. That'll be dope for us, man.
One thing I gotta criticize from Earl Spence camp.
What's that?
When this brother Derek James said that T.O. was
Oh yeah.
2 times, I said, I'm gonna just act like I didn't even hear that because nigga, we like
Yeah, that was one of them bite the knuckles, like, come on, my boy. That's Max Kellerman doing though. That's Max spreading the propaganda, bro. Derek probably don't watch all the shit to know everything. Them niggas too busy in the gym doing their thing. You feel me? But
no, and
you gon'
kids and shit like that. They got other shit to worry about.
Yeah, but you will see a Max, little whatever here and there. You probably don't see it all, but you will see a Max if you Derek James and bite off into that shit. But nah, Derek, I'm sorry to tell you.
That shit because I was at the barbershop chopping it up with the family and some casuals, they in there. They was like, well, they was talking about why Javante got to fight him? Don't Javante got a belt too? And I was like, see. I said,
yeah.
Just no niggas just like they just
and that's why for real, bro. Devin, I wish for health's sake go to 140. For health's sake, go to 140.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking 135 no more. And now niggas is already.
But see all of that rap in the barbershop. If I'm Devin, I want to get rid of Tank. If I'm Devin, bro, nothing irks me more than getting rid of Tank. Fuck Shakur, who's done nothing at 135. All these other fights is good. I do like him versus Lopez. I do like him versus Prograis. But if I'm Haney when I sleep at night, the motherfucker who keeps popping up in my head is Javante Davis, bro. I want that scalp just to shut the streets up. Like,
But
and you take
you know what I
hmm,
think is getting to him? That what's his name? Shakur Stevenson talk. I think that's just getting to him because he getting pissed off this nigga running around with his name popping up on Say Cheese TV and shit.
they doing, but what were we talking about the other day? How connected to this culture, this hip hop culture, and making the streets familiar with what's going on. That resonate. Like so, Shakur is they marketing Shakur like a rapper, like the villain rapper. They put him on the Say Cheese. The world starts sending bottles in the club with messages. That is rap beat. I love it. You feel me? Like that's some shit that people gonna react
And
to. You know what I mean?
because they looking at Devin. If I'm reading the comments and they looking at Devin Haney like he just some type of scrub or something, like, oh, that nigga ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking like, bro, these niggas don't know fucking boxing, but Devin Haney, he has to do something to show these niggas that he ain't no joke, or he can just keep on cruising and making his money.
And it
And
ain't like he fighting bums. So if he keep on cruising, it ain't like he just cruising. He fighting top class competition. So he could just keep doing it, like you say, to be all right. You ain't gotta worry about the chatter. But if I'm looking at that chatter, my boy, I want that scalp.
But nigga, how you gonna get a scalp of a nigga that's locked up, nigga? I see the play, I see the vision. Tell me if I'm tripping. Shout out to my dude Nando, but
What's good, bro?
tell me if I'm tripping. I see how I see it playing out. I see Javante Davis fighting Teofimo Lopez next, and then I see Devin Haney fighting Regis Prograis next, and then I see Jermaine Ortiz fighting Shakur Stevenson.
That
That's
sound
what I
right.
see.
I could see T.O. pricing himself out of a tank fight. I just can't
Nah,
see.
But
I
who
feel
got the best? Who got the best action at getting the TO fight is Devin Haney, being that he is undisputed and he's the WBO champion. He can cash that money in the bank in regardless. He's the man though, just like how Bud
he
cashed it
could.
in for
He
Jeff Horn.
definitely could, but you know how that game goes, and I feel like Showtime gonna throw their bid in, and he might just take that with Javante Davis because
Yeah.
you know
Go ahead.
what type of L would you want? Would you want a big money L? You probably get knocked out, but you gonna leave with a bag, at least like 10 mil, or
If they
would you
offer
want,
him that's a stretch, bro.
I don't know if it's a stretch because that's what Ryan got.
That's what
That's
who
what
got.
They
Ryan.
would give that just for the fact just for the possibility of Javante Davis becoming undisputed. They would give Devin what he wanted.
No, he was saying Tiafimo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Teofimo?
Yeah.
Uh, I
I
mean,
don't
he's a
see them
W.
giving
Yeah.
T.O. that he ain't worth it. Like
I
he
feel like
just
Nah,
don't.
they
Devin,
gonna
Devin, yes. T.O. no. Like
Yeah,
he
and really, Devin, yes, for the belts, not because of
exactly,
what he generates is what he has to offer. Like T.O. ain't
exactly.
really, especially with him beefing with ESPN, they ain't finna help you. They ain't finna assist you in this for
Hey,
real.
he,
T.O. a free agent.
that's the thing, bro. He could get.
He's
He
still on the
got.
top rank.
You
Nah,
know,
free
yeah.
agent.
It's a lot of people that could like if Eddie got his head out of his ass, really get that fight going. He could offer T.O. that money for Regis Prograis. You know what I mean? Give him a yeah.
So I think I see Tank fighting Cruz next. I think Tank is fighting Lopez next because Mayweather he wants it. I wouldn't be.
Mayweather not in control no more.
I know, but we
Uh,
like he don't got an influence.
No,
Whatever
I
he.
wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that, but I just don't. I think for one,
So so hold on
Lopez, the way
before you go
Lopez talking. Go ahead.
before you get into that. You don't think that's coming across Steven Espinosa's table right now, though?
Not with a man talking about he won $100 million contract to return.
he talking
Nigga, we
shit, bro. You know
already
he ain't
know.
No,
doing
I'm
that.
saying though, but that's what he's saying. So I'm just going off
Look,
what he putting out there. That ain't nobody I want to do business with if I'm
I,
Steven
I,
Espinosa.
but nigga, once he seen that, nigga, it's looking real slim, and them bills piling up, nigga, because they're gonna be piling. He's gonna turn around and say, you know
Oh,
what?
that's what I said. He'll come
I for
around later, but right
I
as of right now,
six, and he got enough time to think about it because Javante Davis is still doing his bid. So
I don't think T.O. wants that type of bag. But I feel what you're saying. Though. It's a good look, but I don't even think 140 is Tank's natural weight. So why would I go up to do that? Like, unless I feel like it's unless he feel like it'd be easy pickings. And I really don't think T.O. is easy pickings for
At
Tank.
40 for Tank.
Yeah, that ain't easy pickings. That they ain't finna do that. Like I can see an Isaac Cruz part 2 before I see a Lopez Tank. Flat the fuck out.
I think you know what though we getting one thing I was looking at is I always thought Josh Taylor was a little overrated myself. I thought he was just a typical UK fighter. I felt like Regis Prograis took that fight. He looked like trash the fight before this one, and so I mean I give Tio credit for beating him, but then again and he went there and smoked. What's the guy that just won the IBF belt on PBC? I'm forgetting his name. Like he smoked somebody that was
Matthias.
just damn yeah, like he just smoked somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Well, regardless of how we may view it, that win over Progress was big, and he won what he won when he got it, and
Yeah,
he
yeah,
undefeated. So you can't. I feel you too, though. But when he
yeah,
beat Progress, I did have to put some respect on his name. But the way
yeah.
Progress fought that fight, there wasn't the best way to fight him. Like
No,
you see how To was just piecing them with like the American skill set, piecing them like Progress was staying on the inside, kind of with that shoulder roll, kind of hand down, and just letting Josh get off more than he
He
had to
let
get off.
what if I always say, Artman, when you fight them UK fighters, you could be a slick boxer, but when you get in there with them UK fighters, you better put on a damn sombrero and be a goddamn Mexican. They can, for some reason, Mexican style is kryptonite to all of them. And I can go on. Y'all want me to cook?
I feel like
I'm,
it's more of just pressure. Somebody who has good
Yeah.
pressure on him.
Look at Barrera, Prince Nassim. We could even go as far as Andy Ruiz, Anthony Joshua. Where else can we go? We can keep cooking on that.
Canelo Alvarez and Campbell Soup.
Canelo Alvarez against all One Direction. He done beat One Direction, the Beatles, the Monkeys. He done beat all them UK. Everybody from the UK.
and like I'll be telling Art, them UK mugs, they don't go through that amateur gauntlet that the American fighters and the Mexican fighters go through
No,
over
because
in America.
because in the Puerto Ricans they and even in the Cubans they fight each other in the amateurs all the time, so they used to each other. They get over there and they fight that simple UK style, come across this pond and get beat up by Mexican journeymen.
Oh me. And like you say, they've seen so many styles, so they're straight up and down UK shit get exposed real quick. Like 'cause they've seen all the fast twitches from the niggas from Philly to the niggas from LA to the Mexicans
Exactly.
from Southern Cal to you know what I mean? You get all that shit when you really go through that amateur system. So just to echo what you said, yeah, them UK fighters, that's why I gotta wait till they really fight one of us to crown them. I be wanting to give props. Like I wanted to give props to Connor Bean. It looked like he was finna do something. I'm like, okay, Connor. But then you eating eggs and shit,
Yeah,
you know.
another one I want to see, bro, is that two. I'm kind of mad that Tim Zoo got the Jamel Charlo fight because I would love to see Jesus Ramos cooking, and I bet that he is smoking in 6 rounds.
Jesus Ramos versus who? My bad, I
Tim Zoo,
missed you.
Tim Zoo,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
he would
I
duck
like
him if the moon crashed into the sea and he beat Mel and he became undisputed. He ducked Jesus Ramos.
he ain't beating Mel though. Yeah, so
Yeah,
like you
no,
say,
no,
all
no.
those what that whole one thing you just put on it gotta happen for him to beat Mel because that shit ain't
Oh, we didn't.
you know.
And I got on. I was listening to y'all before I got on, and I was hearing the situation between Jamel Charlo. I mean, between Jamal Charlo and Canelo Alvarez. It's deeper than what you guys think. You got to understand that Ronnie Shields already had a look at Canelo with Arislandi Lara, so he knows how to beat Canelo. It's bigger than just Maul.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than just Maul. Ronnie
No me.
Shields. And then I had some people talking about who Ronnie Shields, what fighters does Ronnie Shields beat? I was like, oh, he only took out Tyson, gave Shane Mosley his first L. Should we keep going? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The
it's
burn
hard.
before. Yeah. And people don't understand. And Canelo and Eddie Ray also know that Jamal Charlo been sparring Arislandi Lara ever since he was 19 years old. If you look at the way he take that step back and he jabs on the half beat, that's Cuban style. See, people don't know boxing, bro.
No, you
They
going
don't
there
know that shit.
at art. Guess who my boy's sparring every day up in that motherfucker? David Morrell. Shit,
That's
you
harder than
getting
any
work?
fight, man. I'm
You getting work?
I like Benavidez, but I like Benavidez. When I heard he's fighting David Morrell, I was like, oh no, man.
Nah, me and Art been talking about it, bro. I hate David got to
Oh,
sacrifice
what you
himself
say? What you say? My
before
bad.
he could get that Canelo fight, bro. Because I mean, Morrell is special, bro. Straight up, that boy is
Man,
special.
people don't
He's
understand.
gonna hit Caleb. He's gonna hit David Benavidez with everything Caleb Plant hit him with, but it's gonna take more toll. It's gonna be more damaging.
Dude, I'm
So
telling
he might just do. He might just get
you, nigga,
smoked like Bud smoked his brother.
I was front row at David Morrell, like two of his fights. I literally see it. Once he punch a dude, they find the dude like, yo, like this nigga really punching. And then it's over after that.
And that's who Jamal's sparring with every day, Art. You hear me? Y'all
Yeah,
boys talking about inactivity. My boy in there sparring with dogs, in there sparring with his brother. You hear me? You never know.
Nigga,
I
he
bro.
just
could
feel
be
like,
How
in there.
many
He could be
people
in there
had to
getting
be
his ass
carried
kicked though.
off? How many people had to be carried? How many people
You
David
hear me?
Morrell fought that had to be carried on stretchers, carried out the ring?
Hey, I said Charlo could be in there getting his ass kicked and sparring. We never know.
Yeah,
probably could, but hey, that's good training for Canelo. So I don't want to hear no, he don't deserve it. Inactivity, I can't wait. Boy, that shit got me hyper than all that shit. Boy, I want to
Nah,
and
see
he
that's
Maul
definitely
get his
deserves it.
shot.
and I don't care what nobody say. When Maul was in that, when Maul was at camp with Spence for Ugas, he was in there feeding Spence that jab, and it was easy for him to slip Ugas jab like that. They not
Hey,
stupid, bro.
hey,
Every time he trained with a lion, somebody gets broken up. I always
hey,
said that shit.
hey. So I want to talk about that real quick. Charlo and what's up, fellas? Um, so y'all really think, honestly, that you can come off a 2 year layoff, have all these mental issues? You was on that podcast with them football players with your brother talking
Mm-hmm.
about, I don't really have a killer instinct, like basically showing like vulnerabilities, like you
I feel
really
like that.
think
I feel that was a little soft. I agree. That was a little soft.
yeah, and
I'm
then
a
we know, hold up, we know Maul has drinking problems. He was seen with what's his name, Blueface, whatever his name is. They was fucked up or something. I don't know what it was. You really think you can do all of that, come back and beat? Say what you want about Canelo, a good fighter like Canelo, bro. It's not happening. That's not realistic.
But you got to
It's a
understand,
reason.
bro. Canelo
This
is
a
Canelo
one
doing
last
the
thing.
same thing.
One last
Canelo
thing.
ain't
One
looking
last thing.
so great out here. But go
He out
ahead.
there drinking too.
I understand. I understand. But one last thing. It's a reason why Maul was struggling with a dude like Montiel. Like the
I
real
agree.
Maul, the real Maul. The last time we saw the real Jamal Charlo was when he fought Devonchenko. What was it? 3 years ago, some shit like that. So what
It
I'm saying
was.
is, bro. What I'm saying, this is the thing I'm gonna say. What I'm saying is, it's a reason why Canelo wants this fight.
Oh
He's
yeah.
hoping, yeah, he's trying to get this man, catch him lacking, basically.
See,
So
because
like,
he feeding into all that you talking about. But let me
Mm-hmm.
tell you, let me tell you something, man. We everybody have a rough fight. Shit, Ali got beat by Spence. The boy had 7 losses. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Mugs get beat all the time. But I feel like Jamal has the strongest thing on earth, which is the jab. And Canelo have problems with that jab. And I feel like he got
mhm.
good spacing. I feel like he got good footwork. He's not flat footed. All of these are just natural abilities that Maul got, bro. So
And he's fundamentally
with,
sound, bro.
yes, and so with that, my bad, y'all.
Oh no worries.
My bad, y'all. I was gonna say, and with the knockout power that Jamal possesses, bro, and with the added pressure of what this fight could mean, bro. I think he gonna come in readier than ever, bro. I feel like there's no other
Okay,
better time than
okay,
now.
okay. But here's the issue, though. The most important thing in boxing is timing. No amount of sparring, no amount of whatever is gonna make up for that shit. You got to get real live action. You can't just go in like even Spence didn't look right when he first fought Danny Garcia, but that's Danny Garcia.
Mm-hmm.
If that was like a Bud Crawford off a 2 year layoff, he would have got his ass whooped.
But one thing that's gonna establish that is the jab. Like if he set the tone with the jab and get back in his rhythm, then
I don't. Yeah, and to be honest with you, bro, I hear you. I wouldn't even want to see him come straight out of it with the Canelo fight, even though Canelo's a fucking alcoholic himself. You know what I'm saying?
A whole new weight class. Like he didn't even get time to get
Yeah,
acclimated to 168.
but
Like,
he's
He's a
he's
big
goddamn.
boy.
he's still a physically bigger man than Canelo Alvarez though.
That is true. That's very true.
If you ever
But
know, you seen
still,
his
bro.
brother. That you ever seen their older brother?
Oh yeah, yeah. He's big as
Yeah,
shit.
he's big as shit, and he only and his brother. He said his brother said he only like they only be like when they out of the ring. They only like it's like a 10 pound difference between both of them, and that nigga is huge.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know that, but like, I want to
Is
see
he
him just get like
mentally
one
there?
tune up.
I want to see
Is
him
he
at his best
mentally
too.
there
I
though?
feel you, bro. I feel you.
But don't we at least want to see Maul get a tune up to see what he look like? Then we can get it, you know. But
So
whatever,
so
bro.
they can have it, so they can have an excuse if he have a okay fight. No, man, let's get it cracking. And then
Give him
who can you really fight to prepare for Canelo for real?
give him Karan Davis, somebody somebody solid. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
Somebody
they had a
that
fit. They had a fit when the boy was gonna fight Selecki.
man. Come on, man. Let me tell you something. They had a fit about Korobov, bro. But didn't trip Demetrius Andrade. I'm gonna break it
Korobov
down,
had one loss.
huh?
I
And
said that
Peter
Korobov
Quillen
had one
brought
loss and they
himself to
hated it.
fight for a year.
You know what it looked like to me, and I don't blame him. I'll probably do the same shit, but it looked like a cash out.
What's that?
Jamal going for a cash out.
I mean,
No, sir. I was the reason they created franchise
I know.
belts, man.
Hey,
I was
Dirk,
the reason they
Dirk.
created a franchise belt. This man been ducking me for years. I offered him a
Hey,
Yeah,
contract
but
last year and he turned
back
it
then he
down.
was dangerous.
hey, Dirk.
But last
Back
year
then he was
I
dangerous.
sent him a contract and he turned
but
it down.
Canelo
Like,
is just as least as dangerous. I mean, Canelo has withered. I mean, withered being active. Him,
You you know
yeah.
you know when they take a lion to the zoo. You know when they take a lion to the zoo and they clip off his claws and take off his teeth.
Hmm.
That's Jamal Charlo right now, bro.
But if you knew the physicality of a lion's paw can still slap you and break every fucking bone in your face.
That's very true. But this ain't some. Canelo's a hell of a fighter in his own right.
Man, that dude is an overrated hype job, bro. He is a publicity
He is
campaign.
very overrated.
I actually pity him because they prostituted this dude. They were so thirsty for somebody to replace Floyd in their image that they took this little young kid, redhead kid out of Guadalajara, Mexico, right? Padded up his resume because if you look at his beginning resume, every common opponent was either Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, or Miguel Cotto. Goddamn, he fought Cotto and Hatton's brothers.
Yep.
He fought Matthew Hatton at 154, and Matthew Hatton never fought at 154. Never. Why did
Yeah.
he get a title shot? Because of his last name. He fought Jose Miguel Cotto, because if you take off the Jose, what do you get? Miguel Cotto.
Yeah.
That was a PR stunt, bro.
He is overrated. You're not gonna get any pushback from me about that shit. I'm the I'm the resident Canelo hater on this YTBC. But
Hey,
what I'm
Armin
saying
can
is,
tell you about me and the Canelo fans.
yeah, bro, they can't stand me. But look, but all I'm saying is, I just want to see Maul at his best, bro. Like I
Me
don't
too. Me too.
like. I feel like he's. I hope he's not like washed up because that's a long. It's really three
no,
years if you think about it. He's
I
fought
could
once in
feel
3 years.
that. I feel y'all concerned. I've seen Vitaly come back. I've seen Floyd come back. Earl come back off 16 months. I've seen Sugar Ray come back. It ain't just far fetched for you to come back good. You know, you might not be at your best, but Canelo ain't at his best right now. So I just
Yeah,
feel
he
like
look,
shit.
man. That dude.
Let's
Let me
go.
tell you. I'm
Same
sorry to
dude
cut
came
you.
in and fight Ryder. If he come and fight Trello like that, he loses.
Hey, well, hey, dude, I don't know y'all. I don't know y'all names. I just see the things, bro. But yeah, good talking to y'all. Y'all could really shoot some boxing. But let me tell you this, bro. The dude that David Morrell put in the hospital, would have watched John Ryder that night. He was not a bad fighter at all. He was actually
You're
solid.
silly, whatever his name is,
Yeah, he would have watched John Ryder that night.
probably.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
what's it
feel
like?
it.
What does your gas tank look like after a 2 year layoff? What do you know? What is?
Uh,
Canelo
I just
gasses early. At least you ain't running against no engine. You know, Canelo be gassing like a mother. That's why I say it's not as big of a deal to me because of who I think Canelo ain't. You know what I mean? Like I think dude prime for him right now. But I get what y'all saying. And I respect
Yeah.
that. I'm a big Maul fan, but I just feel like I always felt like he could beat him and Triple G. So I'm just glad he got his
They
shot, and I
they
don't want nothing to happen between that and now to
they
stop that.
Yeah,
felt
You
the
know what I
same.
but
mean?
They felt
yeah,
the
but
same
yeah,
way you do, bruh. That Canelo and Triple G felt the same way. They ordered Triple G to fight Jamal Charlo, and he turned it down.
he ducked them. Yeah,
Mangia turned
we
him
know that.
down.
I've been telling people that shit for the longest that people did not want to fight Jamal, and unlike his brother, Mel. Mel had all his potential opponents with titles at PBC, so it
At
was easy to make
PBC,
those fights.
people act like that shit don't matter, bro. Like it's
Right.
so
They
much
know,
easier
they
to
know
get the
that shit, but
fucking
are they gonna tell you? Are they gonna
exactly.
agree with you, bruh?
Maul is a coward. He, like, man, shut your ass up, bro.
Like you
It's
know,
way
the
more
zone
complicated than
boys,
that.
they had to crush Canelo contract because he wasn't fight good competition, bro. They couldn't even get him to fight Triple G again. They had to rip up the contract. Like Canelo, Reynoso is a great manager, bro. That dude knows how
A
to
Mm.
pick
great
them
cherry
and
picker.
when to pick them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like how he beat Kovalev in 6 weeks after he fought Yard. How he fought an old Cotto. He just his resume got a bunch of asterisks on it. You know what I mean? But you
Carlos
can't.
Hey,
Valdemir,
hey, I hope y'all
Alfonso
right, and it's a cherry
Gomez.
pick gone wrong, bro. I hope y'all right, and it's a cherry pick gone wrong. That
Who's
nothing
that?
will make me happier.
That's
Who's that?
right.
Who Badu Jack?
No, no,
I think
Charlo.
Badu Jack will beat him too. Why he fucking
Hey,
playing
I
Badu?
said that. I said that. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
he still got a lot of footwork, and you know that man, that dude got cement block piece. What it is
but
that
the,
the lack of an amateur pedigree is what kills Canelo. Is that he
Yeah,
don't know how to cut the ring off.
see, y'all
on
don't
these
peep what he's
never
doing.
have.
Y'all not peeping what he's doing. If he loses to Battle Jack, what does he really have to lose? Like, he not gonna lose any belts.
No, it's
People
the
gonna
same
say,
mentality as he fought the Bivol. I was daring to be
yeah,
great. It's the built-in
exactly,
excuse already, bro. And
exactly.
then you don't pass the reins to that black man named Al Heyman. See, that's what they really don't want to do. They do not want
You said it,
PBC
not
with a.
me. You
You
said it,
feel me?
not me,
They
my
do
nigga.
not want that black man in power like that with a for real. Because Tank saved the day because Wilder losing the Fury was big on that name that BBC really need, and then Spence not getting Manny was big. You know, like now we getting their Tank kind of. But
They
boy,
cut,
that's the
yeah, the franchise title, the them avoiding Maul, getting, you know, them protecting Canelo from Maul. That was all a plan, because if they would have had all that in place, they would have been even more dominant than they are now. But
and
then they ended.
PBC gonna promote that to the T. We beat a Canelo, bro. That's on every promo
Bro,
video they put out. This on.
these motherfuckers don't know shit. These are the same people that said that Al Heyman would never allow Fulton to go to Japan to fight anyway.
And that he's not involved in negotiations, bro. Like these people
Man,
be
no,
Oh
talking
listen,
no,
crazy,
no,
bro.
Fulton.
you
See,
can't
see,
listen to
the
these
real reason
people,
that
bro.
fight's happening is because Fulton basically told Al Heyman, "No, I'm going to Japan." So
Yeah,
you mean
without you.
right? What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like,
That's the pro of not having a promoter and just having an advisor that you could be like, man, go to hell. I'm doing what I want to do.
But see,
let me
man,
get this right. What?
Tom Brown
Yeah,
is that guy, bro. Like that's man, they got a well-oiled machine set up at PBC, and I don't know why
Hmm.
people just fail to think this is just some startup company, bro. This man is a Harvard graduated mug, bro, who has put on events from Michael Jackson Thriller tour
Hmm.
to Floyd Mayweather whole run to now. Like this ain't no, they be killing me, bro, trying to talk like this man just
This
some
nigga,
pipsqueak. Like this dude is
he
official.
gave Floyd Mayweather $100 million check on camera after the
yep,
Pacquiao fight. That
sure he did.
we
Damn
gonna
near
hear
ain't
that
seen him since.
we gonna hear that we race baiting. All we care about is this, that, and the third. We just care about the black fighters. I'm about fairness, bro. I don't care if you green. If you a good fighter and you fight everybody, I don't give a fuck who you are. My
And to a degree, I do jump off the top defending Al Heyman because I do be hating that the hate for the black man is there. Because if this was Bob doing this shit, you wouldn't see half the hate, all these parody pages
of
and all
course.
this old bullshit, bro. So that's why I be finding myself kind of jumping off the top. You know what I'm saying? But at the
But you
same
make
time,
it.
I still want to be a good fight because I don't give a fuck who running the show. I'm paying my hard-earned money to go to these fights and pay for these
So,
pay-per-views. I
so
still want to see the best matchups.
I hear you.
what's Eddie Hearn giving us? Like, let's be real. Like, what great fights is this man giving us? Like,
Eggington versus
The
Cheeseman, my
biggest
nigga.
fight
That was the
Eddie
greatest fight. That was
was
the greatest fight of the
bro,
decade.
it's only so many Callums and Liams that we could watch every damn week, bro. Like,
the
come
biggest
on, like, let's
fight
be
that
real.
Eddie Hearn gave us was Clarissa Shields versus Savannah,
Savannah Marshall.
and Baumgartner versus Mayer.
Oh,
Right.
one. I'm gonna give him this though. He has. That's probably where he needs to focus because he has done great for female boxing. For women's boxing, he's doing a damn good job. I won't
Yeah.
discredit him for that.
I don't give a damn about female boxing, but I
Yeah.
understand. But
And that might be his lane. Hey, maybe that's what you need to do.
I'm just being real, bro. I like Clarissa though, but I would like to see more
Yeah,
fights.
I ain't a big woman boxing fan either. But at the same time, it be entertaining when they really be scrapping. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
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 yeah, the
yeah.
good ones, but it's only so many good ones. Like it's like maybe five that you could like say that can actually really, really
But that
fight.
was like that was like the WNBA. Remember, it was. I mean, it was some good ones, but now you got good players, and some of them now they baddies now. So everybody
Yeah.
watching. You know what I mean?
Hey, Dirk, what you
You know
think
what I
about
mean?
Teofimo Lopez versus Josh Taylor?
Man, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised. Teofimo beat the shit out of dude. He
Yeah,
really did. It was a great performance. It was a great performance. Stylistically though, um, I mean, no, I can't even say that, bro, because I thought Josh Taylor was gonna win that fight, so I gotta give him his flowers. But Tio does prefer if fighters come to him. That we've seen that before.
Guess who I
He
picked
he
in that fight?
yeah yeah, he's not good at being a hunter.
Guess
You
who
know,
I
he's
picked
a
in that fight?
who.
a good counter puncher. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, like Sandor Martin, who's basically a boxer, out and out boxer type that gave him trouble.
I
You
picked
know,
winning that fight because Josh Taylor, like, even though he's a good fighter, he's a limited fighter too. I don't consider him elite to be honest, because he barely made
Mhm.
it out of that Regis fight,
that
and
resume is
he
elite
won that
though.
fight.
That resume is elite. You can't argue with that.
He got Victor Postal. He got all them. Yeah. Yeah, I give him that. See,
Do
I'm
you
gonna
think?
keep that
Do
energy
you
all
think
across the board.
Gary Russell guys like Gary Russell can get over on Josh Taylor?
If
This
he
version
was,
of Josh Taylor, probably, yeah.
What do you
if he
mean this
grew,
version
yeah.
of Josh Taylor? Because you
I
gotta
don't
say
know
he
if Josh.
washed
Look,
now.
either Catterall exposed some shit, or he's killing himself to make 140 and he's drained, or the third one, which I think also has something to do with it. After he became undisputed, this man went on like I don't know if it was a coke binge or a drinking binge, but he was going crazy.
Yeah,
He was on that
they get
shit.
they crazy out
Yeah,
there, bro.
You know who?
yeah. So
They
that's
wilding
why I'm
out
worried
there.
about. That's why I'm worried about Maul, bro. In this sport, bro, you can't take any days off, like really for real. You will get left behind.
I know you got to be
Yeah,
active because little
Yeah.
simple shit like just your timing
but
can
he
be
never
off.
got fat. I can't. One thing we can't play devil's advocate for. We never seen him get like super fat. Looked like he was always in shape, like he was always working out. And
Yeah.
sometimes, and yeah, so
But
that's another thing.
And one
sometimes
last
it's not
thing.
just about being in shape though. Like
Hmm.
your timing can be off from not fighting a real fight.
Exactly.
Your
Hmm.
whole punch resistance could be different because you haven't got cracked like that without headgear on
Yeah,
in a minute.
Could
And
be
bro,
or could
drinking.
not. We saw Earl come back. He's a drinker. Big horrific accident. Came back. Did great work against Danny. He could have been
That's Earl.
sharper, but he. I mean, who's to say
But
Jamal ain't a
that's
beast?
Danny though. Danny is a good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but he ain't no great
Nah,
fighter.
I said that's Earl
y'all.
because Earl
I got to
mentally.
dip. I got to dip out. But it's good talking to you. Of course, me and Artman shoot it all the time. Hey,
All right,
For
bro.
sure.
the
For
two
sure. Be
brothers is
cool,
on
bro.
there.
Be blessed, bro.
If y'all not on, go to Facebook. If y'all not on Uppercuts Boxing Nation, join it, bro. We in
Got
there,
you.
All right,
we
bro.
in there every day.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Um, I was saying though, I feel like Errol Spence is mentally stronger than Charlo, Big Charlo,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What?
and I
What?
feel like
What?
that plays a big part in his comeback. I feel like we want
I feel
what's
like in
best
the
for
ring we
Charlo,
haven't had this. We haven't seen it, but I guess you base it on outside the ring and
but
just.
Dirk could be right though. This could be a cash out.
Yeah, man. He's having like marital issues. His kids. Uh, he's looking
Do
for
you guys
custody of his
hold
kids.
on, wait a minute. So you guys have been vying for okay, let me if you y'all Jamal Charlo, y'all been vying for a shot for this man. You start going through some issues and you have to sit out the ring and you finally get the call. That's a cash out call for y'all?
Yeah, but there was one moment where Charlo probably was going to beat Canelo, or he just wanted to beat him for legacy and money, obviously. But at this point where he's at in his life, I think this is a cash out.
You can pay a lot of bills, be losing to
That's
Canelo.
not fair. That's not fair to a man who's done enough to deserve it to say it's a
Of
cash
course,
out.
yeah, on
Obviously, you
paper,
know what I mean?
yeah, bro, on paper, Charlo, this is a great fight on paper, but we gotta look at circumstances, or you know what I mean? Like bro. Like you can't like even Canelo. You seen videos of him drinking and partying recently, right? And he's starting to slow down. He's 32 years old. That's not even that old. That's why Floyd lasted until he was like 37.
I'm afraid that if Charlo fight Canelo, a body shot at this point might fuck him up.
Yeah, Montiel hurt him to the body, bro. What do you think Canelo could do to him?
Did he hurt him really? Did he take a step
Yeah,
back? Did he drop? Did he do anything
he
like hurt?
he he, he
He
definitely
felt
hurt
it,
him,
but
bro.
He
he
felt. You
felt
could
it.
tell he felt it, but I feel like
I
that
mean,
adrenaline, that
you a
adrenaline
grown
was
ass
pumping
man
through his
from a
shot.
grown ass man punch. He felt it, but was he hurt really? I
Look,
put a
I
little
wanted to
sauce
give
on
him the
that.
benefit of the doubt. I was like, Montiel, he do got a high knockout ratio. He might be tougher than we thought he was. But then he went in there with a dominance and got knocked out in 2 rounds.
That could be
So
because the where Charlo threw a lot of punches on Montiel. They
yeah,
said
he
he
beat
threw
the
a
shit out
career.
of him. But
Man,
yeah,
he fought that man at home. Who knows how hard that man was training? Y'all know that's how like when Corey got his ass knocked out here against Zab, bro. When you at home, bro, around your people all the time, not training hard, like that plays a role. But I know nobody wants to hear the nuances, but you know, you know what I mean. I just
yeah,
feel like Maul is. I feel like Maul is the goods, and if and also too, if you miss this train, who's to say you ever get it again? Like who's to say? Because who's to say Canelo won't lose his next fight against Badu Jack or whoever?
Man,
You
if
never get the
Canelo
fight.
fights Badu Jack, he's gonna get knocked out by
oh
accident.
yeah, I understand. Canelo's not gonna allow Jamal to have a tune up, and he looks good, and then he says, "Okay, now we can fight." Now he's like, "Oh, you look good. You know what? I'm gonna get a new opponent."
Right, right. What's the date right now? June?
For what?
I wouldn't be surprised if Canelo don't finalize the deal until like motherfucking August 1st type shit, and the fight is in September.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
and then Charlo, he just gotta be prepared. Hopefully he prepared.
He should have been prepared. Honestly, he
Because
should be in the gym this whole time.
that's how they did what's his name? Smith.
Hmm.
They called
Y'all
it last
remember?
minute.
Y'all remember when Caleb they tried to get Caleb playing off like I think it was like a 4 week
Camp.
like yeah, and he turned that shit down.
Yeah, they said
Yeah,
see fans
Yeah,
fake.
yeah,
He
but
like,
the
that's how
difference is though,
stupid.
Caleb had a leverage back then. He had the belts that
he had
Canelo
that belt.
wanted.
Yeah, Charlo ain't got shit.
Exactly. So he gonna
But a
take whatever they
name
give him,
though.
bro.
But a name. But at the I just man, hopefully,
And you know it's
hopefully
and
them brothers
you know
been
what's
hearing
gonna be
about
crazy
these
though?
rumors for a while, and he's been preparing for this. I just can't see
I can see it
Canelo
happening.
just popping up last week and going to visit with Al Haymon. I'm pretty sure some conversation had been going on. You know what I mean? Because Maul has been making a lot of little cryptic little statements on his IGs about what's next, really. You know what I mean? So I don't know if he been knew about this and maybe he already training for it. You just never with Al and them, we could get reports, but we don't really know never what's going on for real with they
I
shit, you
don't
know?
know. I know it might sound crazy, bro, but if I'm Maul, bro, nah, you can't turn down this huge payday. But
You
like,
can't turn down this, bro.
yeah, but like,
You just better
And
hope
who
he
else you gonna
prepared.
fight? And who else you gonna fight?
Boo Boo,
Realistically,
he,
Triple
he he's
G,
on the phone.
man,
He's
Boo
on.
Boo. Hey, look, bro, y'all love Boo Boo. I like Boo Boo too, skill wise, but he has done nothing to earn nothing. Like nothing. You don't have 2, 3 fighters on his resume that's worth a conversation
Man,
piece. Like,
bro, these bitch ass Canelo fans, they gonna try to turn this whole narrative around. Oh, y'all said he ain't gonna fight black fighters. Now that he fight a black fighter, like motherfucker, we not gonna just pretend like there's no um
Asterisk.
yeah, like come on, bro, like let's keep it a buck. And it's not making excuses. This is boxing. You can't take layoffs and then come back and be the same fighter. You gotta have
Unless you're a special fighter like a Floyd
yeah,
Mayweather.
Lex Lord, yeah.
and I
That nigga was
and,
like
and
3 years.
I guess, pardon me, I think Jamal is special. I guess that's where we are confused.
Uh,
I think Jamal is
he's a
special.
good fighter.
He ain't done nothing to show. He had a one rough
But
fight.
you know,
Like that's
but
it.
I do get
2 weight class champion.
My dude Blunt's boxing point because Canelo not even that type of dude right now either. Let's be real. He having
And
his own
style
box.
wise, I feel like it was always a bad matchup for Canelo with Charlo, with them long arms, with that power jab, with that countering, like, and with the dog that he showed against Korobov and Derevyanchenko. Maul applied pressure all through the fight, through all 12 rounds. Canelo liked to take time off. He get gas. I feel like that was always an issue, but let alone with now we probably, if y'all feel like Maul got some issues on the comeback, I feel like Nello got some issues on the decline. So we prime for good old boxing. You know what I mean? And once again, I can't see Canelo offering Charlo this chance again, like take it or leave it. Because, like you said, or after you get done with your Euro bum bashing tour and Bivol turn you down, the road is closing on who you can fight. You cannot, the walls is closing in, bro. You can't continue to. Now you can go make up some motherfuckers, but for real, you
It's
got real
closing.
there. Yeah, it's
Now it's at a
closing,
point where
bro.
it's like, nigga, that shit. There's no way that shit gonna sell.
And
And man,
I love Bivol, bro, for taking the stance that he take, bro. Man, Bivol just keep making me a fan with every interview, bro. I'm so
Me
glad
too.
he just ain't succumbing to that weak ass
They try to clown
Canelo
him, talking about some,
puppet
yeah,
master shit.
this the biggest money he gonna get anyways. Da, 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 da. But he like, nigga, and I think the WBC trying to punish him for not getting the Canelo fight.
yeah,
It remind me of the joke in Batman. And when he said it's not about the money, it's about the message. You hear me? And that's where Bivol at. See, when you could, most people can be bought off, bro, but you gonna run into a few people that you just can't buy off with that shit. You know
Like,
what I'm saying?
bro,
to the
And
wall.
already
especially if
whooped
they
your
bag
ass, nigga.
already, especially if they bag already right. I already got a bag. Fuck the money. How about that? I won't. You can't control me with money now. I already got it up off you. So
Oh,
now what? Like,
I
and
If
agree
that's
with
anything,
you.
if
I'm
anything,
I,
loving it.
you disrespecting me, thinking I'm just gonna accept the same old terms from the first
right.
fight, nigga. I
And
whooped
then you know these Canelo fanboys. I argue with my partner yesterday. Oh, he ducking. I'm saying, how is he ducking if he just asking for a fair trade? You tried for my belts, you lost. Now I want to try for yours at your weight class. I don't
And the
see
nigga,
how that's unfair.
the
What the
man,
fuck?
the man beat your ass. What you mean he ducking him? Like for what? Like
Hey,
what are we talking about?
bro, you have to digress when you engage in boxing conversations sometimes because these niggas will drive you up a wall with the foolery. It's like you
Man,
lost. You lost,
bro.
bro. Like you ain't got no leg to stand on. Like you got some
Hey,
paper, you generate some paper, but if I don't care about money, then what you got for me?
hey,
Like,
bro. So y'all gotta realize though, Canelo's all they got left. So they gonna hold on to it for dear life. Who's coming up after Canelo?
I know
Let's,
because once after this shit, Errol Spence versus Crawford, nigga, it's black season. Don't let Spence win, Lord. It's gonna be
don't let
black
Fulton
season.
win, bro, because I'm going
Don't
off.
let Fulton win.
I think that fight is just as important as Spence Crawford. I'm gonna be real with y'all
It
because
is.
right, yeah, because remember they had Loma as their guy, number one pound for pound in the world, trying to push that shit down our throat. That's
This
what
they
they're doing
last
with
leg.
Inoue.
It's their last leg with a new one.
Yeah, so Fulton, that fight is just as important to me for a lot of reasons.
I really believe Fulton took this fight because he know his skills is way better than Anui. And
Uh,
that
I'm
power.
not gonna say way better. I do respect Inoue. He's a great fighter. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm gonna be real with you, but also that, but he's gonna get paid a decent amount of money, bro. I think it's like 3.8 million. And nobody in his weight class is
I
gonna
just
offer
gonna
that
say
type of
that's a
money.
nice bag for that weight class. They ain't commanding that
Yeah,
type of bread.
yeah. He nowhere in his weight class he gonna get that kind of money.
And as much as I feel like Fulton probably going to beat Inoue, I will say I don't think Inoue one of them typical overseas fighters who just kind of just, even though he ain't fought nobody like Fulton and beating the 38, 39-year-old Donaire is your biggest win. But I do feel like he's fucking good though. Like I don't think he's
Do
no.
you think? What do
Uh,
you think about the whole "I've never sparred or fought Black American fighters" comment? Do you think that's
Yeah,
like he's just bullshitting, or he's just like I'm dead at
Probably
that?
haven't, but that's your fucking fault. That's a problem you're gonna have to deal with. Cause like back to what we were saying with the fighters from over here in the USA, from Mexican and black, that amateur circuit teach you shit, bro. You get to fight them niggas from New York and Brooklyn and all these niggas, man, to get your skill level up. That's not okay. Not running into that along your course this far along. Cause what you gonna do when you got an FBA with a slick jab, know how to fight on the inside, know how to control range. Like Fulton is a complete
complete
fighter for
complete
real.
fighter. Yes, yes, he is. One of
And
the
yeah,
few
that's
we
gonna
have
be
in
a
this
lot.
sport.
I
Dude, I'm
promise.
so mad. I was sick that day when he came out here to Minneapolis to fight. What's his name? The last
Danny
one he
Roman,
fought. Yeah,
masterclass performance.
I think his last six fights is like 100. The records were like 100 and something too for his opponents. Like he fights all motherfuckers that's either undefeated or with one L. Like his resume is impressive on his rise real quick. He ain't doing no tune-ups and he going straight to dog after dog after dog like that. And if he get that Inoue Man, that's a good
I,
scalp. Like you
the
say,
reason,
that's
but the
equally as
reason why
big as Spencer Crawford to me.
I
I feel what you're
I
saying.
gotta say Spence Crawford determines the best fighter in the world because both Spence Crawford, even though Crawford's resume isn't like the best, but he still has accumulation of good opponents that he beat, and that I
He
think
beat a
he's
top five pound for
better
pound.
he that better than Anui's opponents that Anui beat, and then Errol Spence got solid opponents too, and they both showed that they durable and they could box, and just the eye test, you can tell that these guys are really skilled. I think those are the best fighters in the world. The winner of that
Oh
fight,
yeah, just to correct, I didn't know that was the combo. If that established who the best in the world, Spence Crawford definitely establishes who the best in the world. I didn't know that was the question, but
yeah,
shit,
and
because I like you
I
said,
try to tell people like I don't like man. Sometimes folks make me hate Usyk sometimes because I'm like, bro, Usyk is good, but you
Man,
can't
that man is impossible to hate to me.
But you can't tell me, but you can't tell me out of all the best fighters on the planet, stylistically, that this nigga is the best.
No, he's not. He's not. But resume wise,
And
hey
even when you
brother,
say even when you
if he
say
beats
resume,
Fury, if
because
he beats Fury, because to me his run at cruiserweight is underrated. He
if
beat
he
a lot
beat
of good
if he
fighters at
thank
beats
you,
cruiserweight.
bro. Thank
if
you,
he
bro. I
beats
tell Art
Wilder,
this all the time.
if he
Usyk is
beats
my number
Wilder,
one pound for pound in the world, bro. That
if he beats
Usyk
Wilder
cruiserweight
and
run.
Fury, if he beats
And
Wilder
then,
and Fury, you got to
Go
put him.
ahead,
but
Art.
If he beats
yeah,
Wilder and Fury, you got to put him up there. If he beats Fury, you got to put him up there. But for right now, I'm not going to crown him king as the best fighter of the world over beating AJ twice. When I have seen AJ get stopped by a fat motherfucker.
yeah.
You
But then
understand?
AJ did rematch that dude. Let's be real.
Yeah, and beat him convincingly. Like
He
y'all
did.
be killing me with the one L's all good.
The
And
nigga,
yeah,
yo,
come
it's not
on.
even
Just because
just
you
one
lost one
L,
time, this is the
bro.
heavyweight. You can
He
not
got
get knocked out
he
anybody.
got stopped like bad,
It's the
bad,
heavyweight.
bad.
It's
It's
the
the heavyweight,
heavyweight, and
bro.
he was dealing with, and it was a cherry pick going wrong.
So
You in
what does
there
that
fighting
make?
a
What
man,
if Usyk
fighting a
is
man
that
who
cold? Then what does that
105
make?
in the amateur.
That make Ruiz super cold there too, because he stopped the motherfucker.
No, I see. I never do that. Y'all do that. If so and so loses to so and so, that means this person is no. Like
You fought
Ruiz got
Ruiz in the wrong style. You
Ruiz
can't brawl. You can't brawl with somebody with faster hands than you. You know,
on the
and that got
inside who got
power.
shorter arms with you, and you up here fighting a short man fighting, and you see what he did the second fight. But Usyk run at cruiserweight, going up to heavyweight, having a couple wins, and beating Joshua twice and having
I
three of the
feel like
belts.
it's
Bro, you
glorified
can't do
because he
nothing.
moved up in weight and fought somebody that was a champion. I feel like if he,
What the fuck? That's what you get credit for.
I'm
What's the
saying,
deal, Art?
I'm just saying, like we can't put guys who dominate their division, their single division, as guys as pound for pound. Like I'm looking at Charlo resume. I feel like
And that's
Charlo
what
fought some
Usyk
really good
did.
fighters, bro.
And that's what Usyk did.
It's like saying, oh, Charlo would have to move up to 160 and beat motherfucking Triple G to be considered pound for pound number one.
No, well, I think Ring Magazine got an ESPN. I don't know who Charlo then
Who
offended
puts
in the media.
heavyweights on the pound for pound list?
Now, if you go in there, that's one thing. But I'm just saying, I think the Ring Magazine and ESPN got some type of gripe with Charlo, like his little rants on the media and all that shit. I think that's just starting to play out into what they print because no way you can have Lomachenko on the fucking top pound for pound list just
Over
yesterday,
Teofimo
and,
Lopez
but not even have a Jamel Charlo on the list. Period.
or
Like
Fulton.
Bro, we
that's
know the
crazy.
Ring magazine. The Ring magazine is run by that white supremacist Montero, and then that coon. What's his
That
name?
Doug Fisher dude.
Doug
But
Fisher.
ESPN do the same thing, and that's Mike Coppinger. But still, I just like I say, I don't know who Jamel has offended, but it just seems like they don't never give him credit. But Usyk is number one pound in the world. Sorry, Art, bro. You
Hell
don't
no.
run through that
I'm sorry.
cruiserweight division like you did in the fashion you did. Even
I
like
understand what our man is saying. He
I'm saying
talking about
because
like
look
in
at me,
terms of
bro.
like
Who the
eye
fuck?
test
I
and
don't know who the
skills.
fuck them niggas is at the cruiserweight division, bro.
that's your fault, bro. This
Who
is
the
good
fuck are these
dudes.
niggas? Darkos
Gassiev
and
and
shit. Come on,
Yeah, bro.
Gassiev
Gassiev
hell
is a good
no.
fighter, bro.
Gassiev is a good fighter. Darkos
Michael
is too,
Hunter.
bro.
You know Michael
I
Hunter.
said Tony Harrison was a good fighter. Lubin was a good fighter. Motherfucking
And they
Rosario
got
at the
beat.
time when he stopped him
Yeah,
was
but
a good
he's in a new
fighter.
weight class and he beat AJ.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Usyk is props. See, you treating him with the Eminem.
Nah,
Disrespect, bro.
He's
nah.
a
Because the
small
people
man
are
fighting big
hyping.
Nah,
men.
that's like
Because
saying Eminem the best rapper in the world because he got the most records. So sales.
no, that's
Hell
saying
no.
no. But if somebody was to say Eminem is the best rapper without the sales part, you can't say that they're necessarily not telling facts because
Bro,
Eminem has
best fighter on
bodies.
the planet. Niggas not
Eminem
saying,
got bodies
bro,
on features. Like
really
so
think
it
about it. When I say best fighter in the planet, I'm looking at Spence. I don't think nobody from 154 to 160, 157, I mean 147 that can beat him. When it
I
comes to
do.
Usyk, I think there's motherfucking Wilder can beat him, Fury can
that's the
beat
only
him,
person that could beat him is Wilder
motherfucking
with that right hand.
and motherfucking who else? Who else I think could beat him too? Motherfucking Jared Anderson. You never know.
Well,
Hell,
well,
Get the
well.
fuck
All
out of
right.
here, bro.
Look
Stop
how
no,
it,
Fury.
bro. The hate is spewing from on the YouTube channel, bro.
Yeah,
Jesus
you are
Christ.
hating art, man. But
all
look
right.
how
I'm
Fury is
not
moving. He
being
don't
a
want to fight this nigga for a
I'll be a
reason.
hater. I'm just telling you, when Usyk fight a nigga like Wilder or Fury, y'all gonna see, y'all gonna be like, damn nigga, this nigga
Bro,
really
if
wasn't like
Fury
that.
could have been fought him, why don't he want to? He keep making up all these little excuses, and then Usyk said, "Okay, you want to do 80-20? We can do 80-20." He's relenting everything, and Fury still don't want to make this shit happen.
Nigga,
Because
all I
he
know
How
know,
can
is
you
because
not
he
like
know,
Usyk?
because he know that boy light on his feet as a heavyweight, got that southpaw, got a nice jab, know how to get inside. Chris, hey man, Usyk is special, bro. You better quit hating on Usyk, art, bro. That ain't cool, man. You better than
Bro,
that,
this
bro.
is
That
one of
boy
the few
good.
fighters.
bro, I'll put the same money up, nigga, for Usyk versus Wilder, nigga.
No,
Same money.
all right, man. Look, bro, we're not gonna do this. Usyk is one of the few fighters willing to fight everybody, bro. Like he
I
literally,
swear, man.
and on top of that, like as he seems like a respectable person. Like there's nothing to dislike about this nigga. I
And
can
he
think
don't do
of.
no disrespecting. He seem like he like brothers. You know, he seem like he don't seem like he a racist. You hear me? He don't come
He like
off nothing
everybody.
like.
I ain't saying nothing about that about him being a racist or anything
I
like
ain't
that.
saying you did. I'm just
And
saying you
look,
just like a good guy.
I'm not even bringing up race at all. I ain't bring it up. I
I
ain't
am.
Okay.
bring it not one time.
I'm breaking it up.
See,
Shit, because that's where the hate starts
that's
and
what I'm
ends.
talking about. Like,
Because
yeah,
skill wise and
niggas just
resume
throwing it
wise, if
out
he
there. I
was
ain't say
black,
Usyk was
no
better than
nigga. If he was black, if Usyk was black and did what he did at cruiserweight and jumped up to heavyweight and became 3 belt unified champion heavyweight, boy, you would crown that boy the king of the world. Like, now let's not do
hell
that
no.
now. You yes you would, boy. But it's all love. Though. But I do feel like he loses against Wilder, but that's just because Wilder right hand, everybody going to go down. And I seen him get clipped by
So what
Joshua to where I
happens
was
if
like,
this nigga fights Daniel the Boy and get clipped?
Nah, he
it
would
won't
never lose to a
happen.
guy like
It
that.
won't
Yeah.
No,
happen.
nah.
Hopefully it don't.
And
Cause
then y'all not gonna give a
Sound like
pop
you
to
want
him
that
from
to
Triple
happen.
D. You
nah,
know, look at him. It's deep rooted, bro. It's deep rooted with
you know
Art,
I
bro.
don't
He
want
I
to
don't
wants
happen.
him to
understand why.
fall.
Look,
Where's the hate coming from?
this what I want. This what I want to happen. I want this nigga Tyson Fury to duck the hell out of fucking Usyk, and I
Oh
want
my
Wilder to
god.
fight Usyk for them straps.
Okay, let's say
That's
that
what I want.
happens and Wilder beats Usyk. Let's say that happens and Wilder beats Usyk. You want to see another Wilder Fury fight
Hell yeah.
Yes,
because
Hell
you didn't
yeah.
get where he was going with that. I smelt it
uh,
30
Hell
seconds
yeah.
ago. This is what he wants, bro. This is hey, bro, on top of the hate, this is what he wants. He wants
all right,
Wilder to get his
Hell
get
all right,
yeah.
back, bro.
hey, all right. If you were smart,
And it,
all right,
and it
all right.
kind
If
of
you were smart,
it's looking
I'm gonna
like
be real with
Usyk
you.
want that too.
No, but real, I'm gonna be real with you, all right, man. If you were smart, what you really want is Usyk to beat Fury, and then Wilder gets Usyk, and then he
Exactly,
beats
me too.
Hell
That's
nah.
how I want it to
Usyk,
undisputed.
happen.
nigga, if
That's how I
Usyk
want
beat
it to
Wilder
Fury,
will
happen.
be undisputed.
if Usyk beat Fury, that nigga is retiring, nigga.
No,
What?
he's not, bro.
No,
No,
he
Hell
he's
not.
yeah.
not.
No, he not. Usyk different, bro. He said he wanted Wilder. He said them the only 2 fights left for him was Fury and Wilder. Cause it.
I
Think
would
about what you're
I'm gonna
saying.
keep
You
it at
you
that.
want this
I'm gonna
nigga to
keep
take
it
a
at that.
detour and
If
fight the most
Usyk
dangerous man in boxing.
if
And
Usyk
for,
yeah,
go ahead.
if Usyk was to say, fuck that Daniel the Boy shit, let's make that Wilder shit happen like I said I wanted it to happen. And then beat Wilder and then beat
No,
Fury.
no, no.
I
See, you
swear
don't.
Nah, nah.
I
That's
would
an
All right,
unnecessary
man.
risk
I
before I
disagree
get
with
to
you
my.
because,
I would say
Julius.
he the best fighter out here if he did some shit like that.
So Art, bro, let's be real. Usyk been fighting a lot of killers his whole career. He don't need to take a detour and fight Wilder right now.
And
When you got
Wilder needs a
yeah,
standout win on the comeback for him to be who you think he is, Art. You hear me? I want to
right.
see Wilder against
Who
somebody.
else is out there for Wilder to fight? That's not
I mean,
motherfucking
give me a good Dylan White. Give me a good Dylan
Ruiz.
White. A Ruiz. I think he smokes Ruiz, but I think Dylan White's better. You feel me? Give me a good
Hell
Dylan
no,
White.
hell no.
nah, nigga.
Dillian
You
White
don't
is
think
not better
Dylan
than Andy
White better than?
Ruiz.
Yes, he
Nah,
is,
man.
bro.
No, he not. That nigga's trash. And he's a coon.
Man, yeah, on that part too. That part too.
Hey,
That
hey,
part to show
I
his
forgot
British
that I got
cool.
Dirk on the line, man. What's up with your boy Shakur Stevenson doing all this clout chasing, nigga, at the club,
I am
nigga?
so glad you brought that up because I was gonna bring it up myself. So give me the floor. Give me the floor for like one
Okay,
minute.
so okay. Let me just do a little introduction, man. So your man Shakur Stevenson, he seen Devin Haney at the club, and he sent the little the bottle service talking about signing the contract, this, and that. And Devin Haney responds saying like, "Nigga, ain't no fucking contract, nigga. You on some cap shit. You clout chasing."
Hmm. Okay,
Now
so
Bill Haney
uh,
having a meeting with Bob Arum about making some shit happen.
I hope that's true, and Shakur should be in those talks.
He's on the
Uh,
live. He's on the live. He got a photo with Bob Arum talking about some. Yeah, nigga, I'm talking to Bob Arum right now. We gonna make some
okay.
shit.
But Devin also tweeted that Shakur wasn't part of the discussion and deleted the tweet. That's
Yep, he
weak
deleted that
shit.
tweet.
I did. You know
Weak
what?
shit.
I did see some type of tweet that it was
No, you
deleted though.
saw it, nigga.
What it say? What it say? What it say?
He
It
said
said
he said
Shakur
that's
wasn't
cap.
part of the. He said stop. He said Shakur was. He said we meeting with Bob, but your name didn't come up in the discussion. Like now, boy, don't start that lying shit. But go ahead, D. I ain't mean to cut you off. I
Yeah,
just
and
want to
Shakur called him
insert.
out on that shit. Shakur
Yeah,
called him out like, "Stop the cap, bro. We know it's a real concrete offer." So look, uh, so bro, I don't understand what y'all talking about. The clout chasing, bro. Since when is calling out the champ clout chasing? I thought we wanted to fight the best to fight the best.
We
With
know the
Devin
champ,
Haney,
but we
yeah,
know
hold up.
we know the champ is on his way out the door at 135, nigga.
Okay,
Let's
but
be real.
we'll
That
get
shit's
out the
been known
door.
since day one.
We'll get out the door.
was Devin
Say the
Haney
belt is
clout
vacated.
chasing? Yeah, was Devin Haney clout chasing when he went up to Cambosos and was asking for a title shot, or when he was asking,
He was the
what's his name?
champion. This nigga don't got shit.
No, when Cambosos was the champ. Oh, I mean,
When
like,
Cambosos was the champ, Dev was the champ too.
Nah,
okay,
Dev done stepped to some motherfuckers before without no belt talking shit. Yeah, then he stepped to Ryan. He be stepping.
He was in mandatory positions. Look at
just
that.
like Shakur.
No,
Just
Shakur
Shakur.
ain't no
Shakur is
mandatory.
in mandatory. Yes,
Shakur
he
ain't
is.
not no mandatory. You know who the mandatory is?
Man, come
Lomachenko.
on.
Yeah,
Stop
Okay,
it.
but and let's
yeah.
be
WBO.
real,
He's a
they don't
WBO
gotta
champ.
fight Loma. If they wanted to fight Shakur, they could. He don't gotta be a mandatory. Let's be
I'm
real.
telling you, bro. I don't, man. Look, either two people about to fight Lopez, either Haney or motherfucking Tank. Shakur Stevenson, he need to be worried about fighting Jermaine Ortiz or Lomachenko
See,
or something
see,
like that.
the real issue is y'all know that nigga is the hardest fight out of all them three niggas.
I ain't
So
down
y'all,
it. I'm not down it at all.
Shakur is
well,
the
according
hardest
to you,
fight for Devin. You saying?
I
yeah,
would look.
yeah, by far.
When have you ever heard me say, "Oh, nigga, that's easy work for
Well,
Dev"?
because I peep what y'all be talking about on Twitter. You
That's
and D
easy work.
Hive talking about
Yeah.
Shakur.
Oh boy.
According to sparring,
Yeah.
according to
Tell
sparring,
him.
Shakur beat
Tell him.
everybody.
Yeah, I see it
Nah,
too.
So if
I
that's the
said
case, if this
Shakur
nigga must be a hype job, it should be an easy fight for Devin Haney.
not at 135,
Man, it
at
could be at
140.
154. It won't matter.
Man,
Like me and Art said, if you ain't finna abandon them belts, fight Tank or Shakur or go, get the fuck on. Like them the only fights for you. But so all that talking about people cloud chasing, long as you undisputed, people gunning for your head, bro. So either let go of the belts and move up officially, or deal with this heat. The nigga sending you bottles with messages on the shit. You
you know
talking
what
about
I would
sitting-
do if I was Dev? I say, nigga, fuck them belts, nigga. Y'all can fight for them shits. I already made history. Now I'm about to fucking make two champions
Yeah,
at
you.
140.
Hey,
And
but I
Shakur
think it's
said this.
crazy.
Shakur said that's what we would probably meet at 140 because he's going to move up again. That's Shakur. See, Shakur called this a long time ago. So
So, and
Do it.
that's why I'm saying this whole they need to jump on it right now type shit makes me feel like a little confused because it's like, man, what's really going on? What fights do y'all want? Do y'all want Devin Haney versus Tank, Lopez versus Devin Haney, or do y'all want
We want the
Shakur?
best fighting the best. And whoever's the best out there, let's go.
Bro,
I
it's
ain't
only
no
one man. Hold
fanboy to
up.
nobody.
Hold up. One nigga is talking about retirement. The other dude is in jail and he never talks about you. And but then you have another guy who's blatantly calling you out, and you niggas always say, "Yeah, I say everything, but let's fight." Well,
And
here
then
you go. You got a
we
nigga
got
saying, "Let's
another
fight."
nigga that's at 140 with a green strap that you can go get at the weight class that you
Who,
know you need to go to because your ass can't barely make fucking
bro?
weight.
You're not beating that nigga either.
Come on now, let's be real.
I'm being dead serious. You're not beating
Nigga,
Reach.
Haney will beat that nigga and Josh Taylor too, nigga. What are we talking here?
Well, Josh Taylor maybe at this
He'll
point.
beat Josh Taylor, but I'll like that's a rough fight against Prograde. I can't say that's
And
a
you know
shoe
what?
in victory.
And that's why I say y'all can't get mad and call it a duck if he goes up and fight Reach's program.
Well, if you say they out here talking shit back and forth on Twitter, sending tweets, deleting tweets, and feeding into the amp that we're providing, then nigga, handle your business or get the fuck out the way, respectfully. You feel me? Also, because
Bro,
ain't
I ain't.
nobody else
And,
there for you
and here's the thing:
besides Tank and Shakur.
if he gets out the way, that'll make him no duck or anything like that. And I see what Shakur fans are trying to in the casual trying to put Devin in the hot seat, talking about he ducking and all that shit. Y'all know damn well that man don't want to fight at 135
If
again.
you cite your health as
Nah,
the
he don't want to
reason,
fight
I won't say
Shakur.
you duck. Yeah, if you cite your health as the reason, but Earl stayed at 147 a
So
long
now,
time.
if Dev said
Bro, your own
let's
man's
fight, but
hold
the
up.
fight got to be at
Art, your
140.
own man said it, bro. Mickey
What?
Bay. Mickey Bay said that I'll be okay with Devin staying in 135 for Tank Davis, but not Shakur because he's draining himself. Well, nigga, isn't he draining himself for Tank too?
I
What's the
said the
difference?
same shit. I said the same shit, and the reason
Oh,
why I
because
say
it's
that
worth it.
is because I'm not afraid to admit that I feel like Shakur Stevenson is a harder fight than the Javante Davis fight at 135.
At least you honest. That's why I respect you, Art, bro. At least you honest, because D-Hive and some of the other guys, they try and pretend like Shakur don't deserve the fight or he's not even that good. So why are we acting like this? Like, bro,
But
keep it
if
a
you want to
buck.
keep
You
it,
know it's a hard fight.
you gotta look at it from that way. Like, what did Shakur Stevenson really do to deserve a fight against Devin Haney?
Well, you got to understand, people don't want to fight this man. You saw what's his name, Isaac Cruz's daddy talking about, oh, we don't want that fight because he's just gonna run all day or whatever. Uh, Zepeda and De La Hoya, they were like, oh, we're not ready for that fight. Maybe later. Cambosa's talking about, I just got through 3 hard fights. I need to take a break. So like, you got to go down the list, and eventually got to Yoshino. So it's not like he's trying to fight these people, bro. It is what
And
it
that's
is.
why I feel like Ortiz versus Shakur gonna be next.
Ortiz just went to 140 because he couldn't make weight for his
Oh, he
fight.
just went to 140.
Yeah, he couldn't make weight,
Sad.
unfortunately.
And that was some sucker shit right there too. Like Jermaine Ortiz talked all that shit only for him to miss weight. You know what I mean? Like these
Yeah,
boys, man.
I'm
You
I
upset
know
don't
what's
know
about that
crazy?
because I wanted that
135
fight.
too lit. 135 and 140 too lit for some of this fuckery that's going on, bro. Like
So why not
Rolly,
Lomachenko versus Shakur for one of Devin's
I
straps?
would love that fight, but I think
I would
Lomachenko will
love
take a
that
little
fight.
break. I
I would
think
love
Loma
that
gonna take
fight.
a break
Why he need a break if Devin Haney robbed him?
because I think he's
And
gonna take a break because he got a lot of
Exactly.
shit going on in his country, and he went through like a hard ass camp for the Devin Haney fight. That's what I heard.
and he was robbed. How about that? No, I just quit. I'm just fucking around. I'm just
You
fucking around. But
stupid. Hey,
Loma didn't do enough to beat the champ. But if I'm Haney, I don't sleep well at night with Loma and Tank in my head at 135. I just don't. I mean, of course, I sleep on top of my money well, and I don't give a fuck. But I'm talking about on my little legacy trip.
Nigga, but your
I,
stomach gonna be fucking rumbling, nigga, thinking about the food you can eat, be eating, nigga, and not killing yourself to make that weight.
so Art, long as we stay on that code, I'm okay. If your health is the reason you going to 140, then I'm all for it, bro. I don't want nothing happening to you. But if that ain't the reason, and you just talking about other shit that ain't health related, I don't want to hear it. Shakur and Tank right there. But if it's health related, 140 is where you need to be. But if that boy don't let health come out his mouth and it's Art doing it, I ain't hearing that shit. Because Art, you giving him the out, and it's probably true. But if he don't, if him and his daddy make one more deal at 135 and it ain't them two boys named Lomachenko and Tank, I'm gonna look at them
So
boys funny
what?
because I
What
know he ain't finna
honestly?
fight Shakur.
What do you think What do you think Bill Haney and Bob Arum could be discussing right now?
The
There's
three, Haney and Shakur, Haney and Lopez, and he probably got some extra for him. You feel me? I can't see him fight no long term deal, but a 3 fight deal sound about right. And Bob got enough to offer him that. And if they long as they keep it on ESPN, do they look okay pay per views? Because people try to clown the numbers. 120,000 pay per views is not a flop per se. You got to add that up with the gate, how much they charge for the pay per view. So people walked away with some money, especially if they kept the overhead low. You know what I mean? And you ain't paying out the ass for
and
production and
you already got built in promotion that's provided by fucking Disney.
yeah, like that's good work. So I just feel like that's a productive conversation. I think it's probably more productive than he'll have with DAZN or PBC actually, because if you go to PBC, you got to run into Antoine Russell and Matias. I don't think you want to do that going to
He
140.
gotta run it with no name killers.
Yeah, and I wouldn't do that if I'm him. You work this hard, don't do that yet. Like you gonna have to
But you
see
know
him,
what
but
Devin though? What I'm thinking though, a lot of people sleeping on. I feel like some of these promoters are looking at Devin thinking, Brad, when this nigga gets to 140, he gonna be good. He's gonna be skilled because he ain't gonna be waiting, trying to drain himself to make weight. He's already good at 135. What if he grows into that power? Got some good pop at 140.
that's y'all if and I ain't seen nothing that indicates he gonna have power at 140. But I feel that too. If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk.
Yeah, that's like if saying Charlo gonna do something to Canelo, man.
Yeah, that's real too. I'm drinking. I'm drinking that Charlo juice. I can't pause. I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking it though. I'm getting drunk off a motherfucker off there. But I feel what you're saying though. I feel like there are options for Haney at 140, but not at PBC. I think Top Rank is the only place he can go unless he want to do some shit show circus shit and fight Ryan and
I'm not.
fight Progress on
Yeah,
a 2 fight deal.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't see Devin making it to 147. I think his limit
I
will be
agree.
like 140. Because
I,
if, especially if he don't got no pop at 140, because he should be a little bit stronger at 140. He should be. Uh, so if you don't got no pop at 147, bro, don't do it. You will get killed up there. I'm just
I just
saying.
don't understand how folks think that you can't win fights, man, without knocking the dude out. Josh Taylor versus Teofimo Lopez just went all 12.
Yeah, but he hurt Josh Taylor like
I
four or
was
five
just gonna
times.
say, Haney don't got no impress like George Kambosos. I think if TFimo running back with George Kambosos, he whoops George Kambosos. So I feel like against a straight top notch fighter, I still think Devin need a definitive victory. That Loma didn't help him as much as he won, but you see the backlash, bro. Like he still need a defining
Hey, the
bodying
thing
of
is though,
somebody.
if you're not gonna have any pop like that, like Devin Haney, you better be super super skilled. And don't get me wrong, Devin is very skilled. But he's not like on like a Pernell Whitaker type because that's a dude that didn't really have any pop like that. But he won a lot of
Right.
fights because he was super super skilled. And Devin Haney is not no fucking Pernell Whitaker.
And he ain't
I
making
ain't
people
saying he
look
no
that
Pernell
foolish in the ring.
Whitaker,
Like
but
Purnell made it clear what
look
he
at
was.
Kambosos versus Tio, and look at Haney versus Tio. I mean Haney versus Kambosos. Dude, we gotta give that man some credit.
Styles make fights,
He
and
won
I do
Styles
undefeated.
make
believe I
fight.
do
And like I
believe
Not
say,
Tio
he
not
running
wasn't
even
right
back
just
for
with
that
Styles.
fight.
T.O.
Not even just
T.O.
Styles.
beats George
Not even
Kambosos
just
on a
Styles. Look
rematch.
how he won though with just a fucking
But
jab,
but,
That
but
shows who Kambosos is, though. He didn't get
just
that
a
shit off
fucking
against Loma.
jab, nigga. And
no,
we
hold
got
up.
a dude who just beat Josh Taylor. He took that nigga to war, nigga. Had his ass
I
beat.
want to ask you a question. And I want you to answer this correct. I mean, honestly.
Yeah,
If
I
Devin
was.
Haney, if Devin Haney fought Kambosos both times, and he said, "You know what? I'm not finna box this nigga. I'm just gonna go for the knockout." What would have happened?
What?
It would have been a much more competitive fight, right?
I
He
dig
did
it.
that in the second fight.
No, not really.
Mm,
He did that like in the second
mm.
half of the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
But
did. He
yeah, it
did press
was.
the issue in that 10th round. He damn near stopped George Kambosos.
yeah, he did. He did. But what I'm trying to say is, if Devin Haney went out of his comfort zone, yeah, he wouldn't look that good either. That's basically what T.O. did in this fight against Josh Taylor. T.O. went back to what he's good at, which is boxing. He can box. He's not really a come forward fighter, and that's what he did against
Bro, with
Kambosos.
T.O., I swear, all that shit that Josh Taylor, all that shit T.O. was doing, that shit could have been totally neutralized with a fucking jab, bro. And
I
we all
swear.
know. We
Yeah,
all know
maybe,
that.
but you don't think
That
T.O. could have
nigga was
done that
walking
same
in there
game
with his
plan
hands.
against Cambosis?
That nigga was walking in with his hands
He would have
down,
knocked Cambosis
and
out with that.
that's how Cambosis got his ass. He
No,
walked.
no, it
He
wasn't.
literally,
He walked
bro,
down Cambosis. Yes, yes, he did.
nigga, he literally walked up to Cambosis with both his hands down, and Cambosis hit him with a straight 1-2 that put him on the floor.
Exactly. Now you're listening to what I'm saying, and you're not gonna tell me Cambosis is a better fighter than Josh Taylor. We're not gonna do that.
I ain't saying that,
No,
but one
yeah,
dude
okay. I
beat
was about to
T.O. and
say,
another didn't.
because so what I'm saying is when T.O. fights his style, which is basically a
Actually,
back foot
what does
counterpuncher.
Cambosis got to do to actually get a solid like let you know that he really was the decent
Beat somebody decent,
like Lomachenko?
Jermaine Ortiz,
maybe.
at least.
Yeah, bro. I really think that was some Buster Douglas type shit. That was a fluke. I'm dead serious.
No, I feel that too. I
Why?
feel that too. That's why he wasn't quick to run
Because
that shit back neither.
bro,
Because
even
because what?
senior, I don't like senior, but Lopez senior said that I try to make my son fight a style that he's not good at, which is
That was some
walking
real
people
shit.
down. Yeah. Now when he made him box, you saw this is the real Tio.
Man, I wish I could pull up the clip of my this had the prediction. I picked George Cambosis to beat Loma. And I said it
Yeah, I remember that you
not
did.
just off of like, oh, this nigga just more skilled than him. I just knew certain flaws that T.O. had coming into that game. And I knew T.O. was having troubles making that weight, bro. They had like a little makeshift ass fucking uh, weigh in for that too.
It got, but one thing I don't know if y'all peeped it in this fight. Tio got a hell of a chin.
T.O. T.O.'s ass. Look, this is what he did, man. His
My
game
bad.
plan was to knock George Cambosis out because nigga, I've been
That was
trying to
stupid.
get this weight and all that. I don't know if I have enough gas for the later rounds.
Yeah.
And he did that shit early and got his ass punched on, thinking Cambosis.
Yeah, bro. So that's not the real Tio. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't
T.O.
think.
kind of got fought outside his body that fight and got punished for it. You feel me? You go against your game plan, you
But
get whooped
what's
for
up?
that shit. But like I say, on the
What's up?
rematch,
What's up with the excuses? That I had air in my lungs. I could have died. My esophagus almost exploded.
I mean, you don't know what to believe, but they did say he had something going on. Now, I don't know what to believe, man. Motherfucker be lying so much, man. And then motherfuckers don't believe you when you is telling the truth.
And then
When Loma
and
was
then the
sitting up in the
motherfucker
hospital with bandages on his shoulder after the
If they
T.O. fight, they
rematch right
said he
now,
was
would you
lying
bet
about
on
that.
Cambosis?
right now,
Yeah.
probably not.
No, sir.
Okay. There you go. That's how you know it's a fluke.
But I ain't saying this a fluke because times change, nigga. Things change, nigga. Cambosis was motivated.
Or funny to the ball.
Right, this nigga acting like this is a Mortal Kombat or something. Like, yeah, now
Yeah.
nah, nigga. Shit
Nah,
changed,
but
nigga.
real
That
shit.
nigga
I
now
mean,
got
but
the
real
money
shit
and
though is
super
like,
trainers and shit.
so
Shit
if he'd have
different for
ran it back
Cambosos.
6 months after he'd have whooped him though, so that it don't matter for real. Like
They should
T.O. I
what
mean
should have
George
happened.
got
They
that
should have
off.
back immediately.
Hey, so if you're Tio, who would you rather fight? Tank Davis or Devin Haney?
Tank Davis.
Absolutely.
Fuck out of here.
If you're talking about making big money, you gotta want to fight Tank Davis.
The reason why I fight Tank Davis is because I know folks probably think, oh, Devin Haney really ain't that guy. Devin Haney really has the possibility chance he can literally keep the fight at a distance with the jab the whole night and make it
Exactly.
one.
And I know he will, because to me, we saw with the Sandor Martin fight. Bro, this man is not good at closing the ring or fighting on the front foot at all.
It can look worse than the Sandor Martin fight. Like he can keep it with the jab, and when you try to lunge in, he can get caught with a straight right hand or a
Yeah,
left
or a
hook,
check hook.
a check hook.
Exactly. So that's
That's
why they don't
very
want to. But they did not want to fight Devin. I acknowledge that. That's a bad style matchup for Tio. But Tank Davis, not only is it more, I don't think he beat him either, but it's more winnable. But it's a more reward. Everybody that fights Tank Davis, bro, their career goes up. Let's be honest.
They got Isaac Cruz like he's somebody special and on his
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Mario Barrios is about to fight Ugas, and he just had a pay per view with Keith Thurman.
I think
What's his
Mario
name?
Barrios was a better win than people give Tick credit for. I think Mario Barrios kind of decent for real. I think it's gonna be interesting to see him and Ugas. I kind of liked how Barrio did it, even though he lost against Thurman. That was a good little matchup, and for real, even against Tank,
man.
He did
I'm
some
gonna keep it
decent
a
work,
thousand.
bro.
If
He is a fighter.
if they was wearing the gloves that what's his name, Keith Thurman wanted, the size of gloves, Keith Thurman would have knocked Barrios ass out.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he was fucking him up, but I'm saying, I think Barrios is a little better than people gave
I
him
ain't gonna
credit
lie,
for.
I'm a big Spence fan, but I wanted to see Spence versus Thurman. I really did.
Wow.
I think that's a good style matchup.
I
I've
agree
never
too.
seen I've never seen Earl Spence fight a mover.
Yeah, exactly. He gonna be
So
moving.
so
That's
so,
only
so
when he moves. He moves.
Yeah,
He
it's not
does.
a mover.
No.
have y'all
Yeah,
noticed? Y'all peeped that shit too, right?
what?
I'm thinking back in my head as you talking. I'm like, damn, mover. I can't
Earl Spence
say
has never fought a mover, a nigga that can really box off the back foot. Think
back
about it.
foot Bud, back
Well,
foot
yeah, and
Bud.
Bud don't even move as much as he used to. He like he getting a little bit older, but
And
even
I don't
still,
want to. I don't want to think that going into this fight. I don't want to think
What?
that his legs are gone.
No, but I know if they not gone, but that legs are the first thing to go with age, and we kind of even saw it against the Avanesian fight. Like it wasn't as. I mean, maybe Avanesian wasn't a fighter that he needed to do that with. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't
No, the
see as
first thing
much
that
lateral.
was
he was
his
in the
hair.
pocket with Avanesian.
He was in the pocket, yeah, and I think if Earl start landing them body shots, especially if he start landing them to the hip, I've seen Crawford hurt by small men, bro. I think when Earl start coming with them bricks on that body and that hip, that's gonna stop all of that movement, and he gonna have to fight in the pocket, and
Bro,
that's where the demise goes
that
down.
overhand that Mean Machine hit Bud with, I'm telling you, that shit, if Earl catch him with that, it's gonna take him
That's
a little minute to
that's the
This
punch
might be
I feel like.
crazy, but I think Mean Machine got more one punch power than Earl Spence.
Are you crazy?
I'm
nah.
dead serious. I'm dead serious.
No, you can't base that on
You
nothing.
think Mean
Mean
Machine got
Machine
the
is probably
power?
one of the top five hardest punchers at welterweight.
Who was he knocked out at welterweight?
Well, he's knocked down Bud and he's knocked down Virgil.
Mm,
That's
He knocked
impressive.
that don't make you rank the top five punches in the
I mean,
welterweight
they
division.
both said it. This
Sorry.
motherfucking crap.
I mean, he can, but Earl cracks harder, bro. Earl breaks orbital bones. That punch is like that punch that he hit Bundu with. Like that's kind of like that inside shot that Mean Machine kind of. It wasn't as clear. I mean, it was a little more on the inside, but it's still a
Earl
shot
got
from
that
Earl
break you
like
down
that.
type of power though. Like he don't got that one punch power. We know that.
I mean, I don't know. He finished a couple guys with like it wasn't just a one punch straight and you out of her, but neither does Bud. Like it's an accumulation of punches. Like
No, I think Bud got more one punch power than Earl.
it's
I think
accumulation,
You
and
think
it's the way he
what y'all
pick
think
them.
about Earl's chin? You think Earl can take a Bud punch?
Yeah. If you
if
can't
he
get a
sees it
Ray,
coming, he can.
can't get a Ray rid of Ray Beltran, and who else he couldn't get rid of? It was Ray Beltran and
But
somebody else.
yeah, but the thing about Bud though is he be hitting you shit that you don't see coming. You know, he got that high boxing IQ. That's how he knocks people out.
He a good pop shot. I will say that and that come with his athletics and all them gifts. But I just think Earl stabilized that with a good jab and a good body attack. That's gonna slow all that up, bro. I think that boy
Dirk,
gonna
what
be
you
in for
think
a
about
rough night, like you
Crack's
say.
different?
Art, it's gonna be an easier fight for Earl than people think for real. I don't think this is gonna
And
be.
that's hey, and I ain't gonna lie, looking at the weigh-in, I mean not the weigh-in, the press, I kind of seen it like, bro, like this dude is kind of small compared to Bud, compared to Errol. If Errol really muscled this dude and put it on him, his body his mind gonna be there, but his body might not be able to take it. We might see another who
Maybe.
live for endurance type of situation.
All I know is, bro, it's a win-win situation for me. This is a win for
I swear,
black
I swear that the
black
boxing
fighters.
gods have come through this year, bro. I
Man,
can't do no
look,
complaining.
look, I don't want to say it on Twitter because they're gonna get mad and all that bullshit. But it's the truth, man. This is a win-win for black people
Right.
for sure.
On me. And that's why I hope they maximize the gross and everything of this fight, bro. That's why I was saying to you, or I hope they spice up the press conference a little more to try to not oversell it, but just make everybody bring eyes to it, bro. I want them niggas to eat, bro. And I want them,
At first, it was too
I want to
respectful.
dispel the myth that black fighters don't sell against each other. I hope we come out in numbers and really show that, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to always fight a motherfucking Lopez or a Martinez or goddamn need to get a bag. Like, you
Because
know,
I feel like niggas be talking that shit into existence, saying like, "Oh, they gotta fight the Mexicans. Mexicans be making money, and Mexicans be doing that." And nigga, I feel like the more y'all talk about that shit, the more y'all gonna believe, y'all feed into that shit. If y'all
Well,
start,
okay, that's cool and everything, but these they got to put in the work too, bro. Because Tank and Ryan, they was going to all these type of podcasts. They was on the Mike Tyson show. They were doing everything trying to promote the
Exactly. You
fight.
can't just think boxing is a neat. Like if you go to ESPN, bro, and pull up the menu, boxing pops up like ninth on the list, bro. So in America, this is not the sport, the go-to sport, bro. You gotta sell this shit just a little bit, like just a little. That's what Tank and them did. They moved around, and Ryan moved around the IG poster, everything, and to maximize the sale. You got to bring it out a little bit. So I like the way it revved up at the latter part.
see
But
right
I
now,
see it.
I feel like Shakur, Devin Haney, and Javante is part of that blogging era on social media and shit. Because
Yeah.
I feel like today we didn't really have any quotables from Errol Spence and Bud that will be on Say Cheese TV.
And plus, they just older and they not connected to that generation like that. Like they got to tap into it. See, naturally, Tank and Ryan is of this. Like they just naturally of that. You know what I mean? Like I be saying that with the music shit. Like we used to have to pass out CDs and flyers. Like these youngsters can just click and it's natural to them. Like
But
it's a grind for an
Bud,
older artist to connect.
yeah, Bud and Spence, they got that type of mentality. Where like, oh, this is a great fight, so it should sell itself. Like, no, not necessarily, man. Y'all got to put in the work too.
Yeah, yeah. You got to sell the casuals on the fight. And then you got some hardcore fans who, like, up until today, I think, like, I had people who really feel like the fight still wasn't happening, even after everything, because of the up and down and the whole roller coaster and the negotiations. You had people who still, like, is it going down for real, man? So I hope the press conference kind of just get people back on the amp like we are, because I know a lot of people kind of fell off the train due to the failed negotiations or whatnot, you know?
I know that really killed it. Bud should
That
never
did.
have a knee round. I don't care what nobody's saying. I
Oh,
know
man,
he
it's
had.
going.
I know he had to get his bag, but I feel like that ruined put a little bad taste in people's mouth. They should have just went right into it right after the Yugas fight.
Yeah, that November date was so lit, boy. I remember everybody on Facebook, everybody in the streets is going down in November. Now that it's actually going down, I just do not hear it. Like I told you, or I get the vibe from the posts of the barbershops and the streets and just be seeing what the casuals think they know. And
So
they
far,
own it, but
so far, so far, hardcores, hardcore fans been buying the Aerospace versus Bud shirts from me on my site right now. I haven't seen like people I don't really know too much going on there. With the Ryan Garcia versus Javante Davis, man, casual fans I ain't seen before was buying that shirt for me.
I
Mm.
believe it. I believe it. Shout
Yeah,
out to you, bro, for capitalizing. You hear me? But that just show you the magnitude and the exposure of the fight.
but it's the truth though. I kind of base things off of that too. Like what's gonna
Was that a
sell?
month out, or was that like a couple days before the fight?
What?
So when people were buying the Tank and Ryan shirts or art,
Oh well,
uh,
I had solo tank designs that people were buying basically, and then
okay.
after the fight they bought some of the one that I drew after the picture.
Yeah, I don't think this fight's going to do a 1.2 million, but I think it should at least do 600,000 to 800,000, bro.
That's that. I'm with you on that, bro. I wish Floyd would help his business partner Al Heyman and kind of come from behind the scenes and help promote the fight, because as much as people act like Floyd voice is not relevant, I heard more people talking about Floyd fight this weekend than some of the other good fights that was on, just because Floyd name still resonates with casuals, bro. So I
If
hope
I
he
was
kind of
if I
host one
was
of them
Errol,
press conferences and shit and just kind of give it. I just wish everybody play their part to help these brothers
what
get that
what would
bag.
what would you suggest that Bud and Spence do to sell this fight more?
I just said at first, bring
Um,
Floyd out. That's one thing I need, just to bring people more attention. And with Floyd being who he is, I think that helps a lot. I don't think that personality is just not like
yeah, I know. What's that little comedy show in Atlanta with DC Young Fly?
85
Uh,
South.
85 South.
Yeah, you could literally have both of them on that show, and like they just talking shit to each other, or like casually. It doesn't have to be like because we know there's no real animosity between these two. But like like some competitive back trash talk. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Um,
Or have they should have had both of them on Gilly the Kid show.
yeah. Like that would
I
have been
think that
interesting.
I do think they're gonna make their runs through there. I think Spence gonna make it. I mean, you would be a fool not to. Like, who's behind the marketing for it? Like, you gotta know connect to the hip hop culture.
If
At
I
least bring
Yeah.
if
us
I was
into it
Spence,
all the way.
if I was Spence,
Earl Spence don't like doing that type of shit, bro. He a low key type of guy. That's how he
But
is.
what the truth is he got some shit talking in him. Like he
He
was the one
do.
kicked it off in the press conference. Like, man, I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't on your resume and all. Like, there you go, Earl. About time, bro. Put some fire in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? But
that's what I love because I was like, man, I'm going to sleep here. And then Errol Spence said he just started turning it up, and I feel like Errol Spence got in him to prove because let's be real, he always being nice towards Bud, so this fight don't slip away from him. But now that he know it's locked in, he can say whatever he want now.
No,
I just hope.
I think they just have respect for each other. To be honest with you, because they
Yeah,
both kind of similar type of niggas. Like they just don't want to lose to each other. That's all.
and you know what I will say too, like you say to your point, Art. I do feel like Earl does hold back a lot of things that he could say about Terrence, so to save the fight. Like even when he was talking about all Terrence demands, quote unquote, and he was frustrated with the blah blah. You know, Terrence was being an asshole in them negotiations, bro. And you know, I'm pretty sure Spence
And
would
that's
love
what
to
I done
tell it.
heard so many people say, man, if that was me, I'd have told that nigga, fuck you, nigga, and just walked off the negotiation. That nigga playing
Yeah.
too much. So
And
I'm
but
like,
you know that
well,
DK involvement was big on that too, and that's one thing that ain't gonna be spoken on because for one, Terrence is a gangster. People don't be knowing like Terrence kind of a G for real. Like so, of course, him being in bed calls with a gangster ain't odd, but that was a big hurdle. You feel me? Like
people gonna act like it wasn't, but it was.
no, it's a
They had
big
to make
hurdle,
sure
man.
they had to make sure.
Nobody want to be getting called to court indicted for trying thinking you doing business with one man, but really he doing business with another. Now we all end up in court and we got to show our books and show all our no, bro. You get the fuck on with you and that criminal. You know, call us when you get that guy, get that square out your circle. You know, so he probably still involved some way, but as long as they got him off paper, make the fight happen. No, it's good chopping it up with you brothers, man. For real, though. Like, closer we get to the fight, the more I'm amped about it. So, Art, keep me posted. I'm about to
No, I tell
send you
y'all,
today,
yeah,
man.
Tim. Same here, man. I hope they have. Y'all think Kenny Bayless gonna be the ref?
Hopefully not.
Yeah. Hey,
Hopefully
and one
not.
last thing. Y'all know Roman Villa. I told y'all this before, but Roman Villa, uh, about like 3 weeks ago, posted on his Instagram story, like reposted somebody saying that I'm glad you beat that black bastard, something like that. That's what I translated it. When he beat Rashidi Ellis. So I want Boots to punish this dude, bro.
Boots
I'm
is
just
gonna
saying.
fucking Boots is gonna destroy. He is tailor made for Boots style, bro. Like Boots gonna show. Yeah, after what happened last fight, I'm pretty sure Boots is trying to show motherfuckers what he is and what ain't out here. Boots gonna have a hell
But
of a
Villa got some
performance.
power. What if Villa like
He got a lot of power. He won the hardest punch, bro. He got 26 fights with 24 knockouts. He probably had 25 if there was more than 12 rounds against Rashidi Ellis.
what if Boots try to roll some shit and get caught and dropped?
It could happen, bro. He can crack.
You know what? I wouldn't even be. I'm a big Boots fan, but I am sick of hype trains, and I am quick of people crowning people.
Man,
I am sick of people crowning people
with him
before
and
they've
Shakur,
earned it.
that hype train with him and Shakur, not saying that they don't deserve
No,
it,
Shakur
but
kind of earned it more than Boots.
I'm telling you, it put pressure on them because now they gotta think, damn, I gotta be in this bitch perfect.
Yeah,
Boots don't
and
gotta
then
be perfect, but if he could stop Villa, that'd be very, very impressive because he's one of the type of fighters that's really hard to stop.
I would like to see him take a punch because that's a lot. Even though people act like Boots get hit, but motherfuckers, when you so slick, they count 3 punches as you getting hit a lot. Like he got hit a few times against somebody, and they just made it seem like he was getting pieced
And
the fuck
yeah,
up.
and y'all
But
haven't realized, but y'all haven't really seen Boots' real skill set yet because we never seen him have to box. Everybody
nobody
he
have to
fights,
bring it out of him.
I feel
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the fight where we seen the most out of him was probably the Lipinets fight and that Abreu fight.
that
bro.
wasn't
That a
even.
brave you
I
fight.
don't
You seen
even
that
think
shit,
he
right?
had to.
That's when he slept that Dominican dude with the
Yeah,
uppercut.
you saw it on Showtime, right?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Yeah, bro. When I watch that shit, I'm like, this nigga, he don't look like other fighters, bro. I feel like when you see special fighters, I will be shocked if Boots is a hype job. Is what I'm trying to say.
I
He
just don't,
don't look
I
like
just
other
don't think
fighters. He
the chemistry
moves different.
is there
No,
The
I'm definitely
athleticism,
waiting.
the skill set, it's all there.
because the brother
Yeah, I feel
Julius,
like it's all, and
brother
the
Julius said
physical
he's seen some
attributes.
special fighters in his day, and sometimes they don't always turn out that way.
It
Okay, but
seemed like
like
you,
I
what you
didn't
don't
think
like
I didn't
Boots
think
like that.
Lubin
You
was a
kind
special
of
fighter.
No, I like Boots, but I'm just saying like we think we perceive one thing today, but that can change with a fucking devastating performance. Like
That you
look,
absolutely right.
looking at
But
AB, looking at AB
who?
in
Give
2012,
me an
he was out here
example of a fighter.
now.
Give me an example of a fighter getting this type of hype and they ended up being a hype job.
yeah.
I don't want to throw my man AB under the bus.
That man's
I,
a four-way
I,
division champion.
I knew you were going to do that, and I was there with you. I swear to God, all right, bro. In my head, I'm like, watch Cuz bring up AB,
But
and
it's
I was the one. I was the one that was fooled. But one thing I would tell you, there's one thing I knew about AB from jump. Your discipline wasn't there. I knew it. I just knew it from how he partied, the antics, and all the shit. I knew discipline wise, you slacking. I don't feel
Lubin.
that way about Boots at all.
Oh
I
Lubin.
no,
feel like
no. Boots is the complete opposite of that. The man don't even curse. When have you heard Boots curse on camera?
there's no
You
clown shit, no daddy come brush my hair, no partying
right,
with bottles in the club. I don't see none of this clown shit with Boots,
bro. They
bro. You
say
know
he
what I
don't
mean?
even. The people in Philly say he don't turn up to no events. He's not in any functions. He just in the gym all the damn time.
And then, and before we go, all right, I will say this. Now, you know who will put a hype on somebody? The media. Now, one thing I
Yeah,
will say, the rumors in the gym, everybody ain't finna lie. Like my uncle used to say, a person will lie, but people won't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, the people ain't just finna go around just lying on Earl Spence saying he gave Mayweather that work. Or that Shakur and Devin was the next best thing since they've been teenagers. Like, everything we've heard about them has come to be true. Ain't nobody really kind of had that type of buzz that turned out to be something that they wasn't later. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. And
What
the
and
about
and
I,
the, what they
Lubin?
say about Boots in the gym is crazy. So I have a hard time
What
believing
about
this is a
Lubin?
nigga's hype
They
job.
said Lubin was somebody, and he's a good fighter.
I didn't
I
hear rumors
remember
about Lubin. I don't
I
remember hearing
remember what they
rumors
said
about
about
Lubin
Lubin.
being some dominant
Lubin was
amateur
getting
mug.
trained by like Mike Tyson and shit, all
No,
that type.
I heard that shit. I heard, but I ained never heard him be tooted like Devin is tooted and
Or Boots.
Shakur is and Spence was and Crawford was. Like, you know what I mean? That would be a
I'm gonna be
hell of a
real with you.
disappointment if Boots
I'm
become a
I'm gonna be real
disappointment.
with you. I'm a little bit younger, but I remember when Earl Spence was coming up. I thought Earl was a really really good fighter, but I thought to me Boots was more talented than Earl Spence.
And
Could be
let's
wrong.
man,
It could be wrong, but we'll see.
before we go, I just want to speak on that 2017. Because I remember when Errol Spence was coming up, and he was looking like, man, who really fucking with this young kid? But now when I do look at Boots, it does look different. It looked like a new gen, like
It
fast.
Yeah,
looked like a
like
generational talent,
2.0.
like a Roy Jones, like something that like even when Crawford switches stances, I think that he does that permanently and stays at southpaw. That nigga Ennis do it like fluid, like water,
But
like
see,
it ain't even.
Spence had niggas champions scared of him.
Yep.
Boots Ennis is like it's different. Other champions like nigga, we worry about each other, but we ain't scared of
Right.
you type shit.
Well, that's because of where to stay there right now. I think this Crawford and Spence is so big on the platform of what the fuck is happening that Boots is just a victim of circumstance right now. But I think once we get this out the way, they either gonna have to move up or they are gonna have to see that young man because he's coming. And it ain't nowhere for him to go at this point. He's peaked out fighting against B level competition. It's either Thurman or better with him for me. You know what I mean? Anything else is
Facts.
regression for real.
Facts.
Yep, I feel
Yeah,
that for shit. Nigga,
All right,
nice
man.
chatting with y'all. We gonna do the shit again, man.
for sure, man.
When's the
Be
next
peaceful.
press conference? Is it like Thursday or something?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, they having back-to-back joints.
Yeah, so
It's in New
yeah.
York.
Oh, New
So should
York.
I be around? I
Hopefully
got, I
we get.
got, I got, I got work early, you feel me? So I'll get off around noon and shit. So if you get on, let me know, or I'm around, G.
But stay up, bros.
All right, family.